the boom. That's what we do. We bring the boom. We bring the boom to you. We bring the boom. We bring the boom to everyone. We bring the boom. Your favorite father and son.
Every afternoon on your FYP,
We'll be bringing the boom around the 3:15.
we bring the boom so loud the whole earth shakes.
With double chunk chocolate cookies.
And chicken bakes, biceps and triceps bring the boom that everybody deserves.
And we call him Big Justice, cause that's what he serves.
We bring the happiness and laughter when we enter the room. And we're changing up the world with the boom or doom.
We bring the boom. That's what we do. We bring the boom. We bring the boom to you. We bring the boom. We bring the boom to everyone. We bring the boom. Your favorite father and son.
When you subscribe here to our channel, no, you'll never be alone.
We bring the boom to you each day right here from Boca Raton.
Stick with the Costco guys and you'll never get
just want to go on record and say that this stream is not pre-recorded. Now enjoy the rest of the stream. Hey Mick, hey Top Hat. That's funny what you said in the chat there.
Game development is a complex process that involves balancing various elements, including gameplay mechanics, story, art, music, and sound effects. Indie devs often prefer to make game mechanics because they form the foundation of a player experience, and that's true. But they fail to do a balance of all aspects of video game. Because while mechanics are really important, don't get me wrong, they're really important, but
Poopus, hello! Micah. Grandpa Scam uploaded a new video talking about the main reason indie devs never finish a video game.
content of the video game is equally
He's
important.
actually not using an AI voice this time, that's interesting.
Because for a game to get finished and released, you need to have both mechanics and content. My name is Ashnel, and if you are a game developer or just love video games like I do, please like and subscribe for future videos. Now going back to the topic. Indie developers often focus heavily on game mechanics, and they told
I know everybody's becoming a Thomas Brush.
The game is really fun and engaging, but they don't know that this can result in extensive.
That's why he keeps pumping out those videos. He loves video games too much.
Years of testing and non-stop adding mechanic phase.
Hey, Mr. Power Up.
Adding. And that makes an indie
What's
dev
going on with
never
this
start
Mike
creating
Biz?
content, and they will never release a game. Because creating content, storylines, and art for it, like modeling, paint, textures, everything can be
Why is there so much salt in one can?
extremely time consuming, and that's why indie devs may find
I'm
this
surprised it's only 150 calories.
part really awful. Plus, creating a compelling narrative.
Thank you, Thomas. Well, allow me to show you what we have so far in here. I've been continuing, and so far my number one, I have a lot of ideas. I have an idea. I have a little idea book. Hold on. Let me break out my private, my secret idea book here. There it is. All right. It does sound offensive, but it's awesome. Baggers. So there's a bunch of names, a lot of ideas here. We got baggers, scanners, stalkers, endless aisles, eternal aisles, risky aisles, critical sales, impulse purchase, store game, in the red, opening hours, come and sell, tower of product, point of sale, top stock, cutouts, and markdown. Out of all of these, my personal favorite is probably baggers. Well, it might be a tie between baggers, scanners, and stalkers, actually. But baggers, people have been saying that it sounds like a slur, so that's been making me like it more. Critical stock. Got top stock, critical. I'll add that. Pesky baggers always packing my bag. Hey Yoshi. Markdown. Grocery store simulator 2. I didn't want to call this a simulator. Maybe, ooh, how about grocery store stimulator? Huh? Critical sales? Critical sales? But critical stock is also cool. Bag boys. Baggers. I prefer baggers to bag boys. Yoshi really, really wants bag boys. The real grocery store simulator. Grocery Rampage. What about Nanikel's grocery games? And NNGG. Well, there's only one game, Mr. Power Up. There's only one game. Also, I would like it to be more than just groceries, like a grocery store. You can open up a bakery, or in the future, you'd be able to pretty much open up any type of store, as long as there's content to do so. But though there will be leveling up, but in branches, so you can open up the grocery branch, and it's a bunch of grocery store items. But then you can also open up bakery branch, and you can start unlocking things to cook and bake pies and a croissant and muffins, pastries. Pizza store, possibly. The only thing is it can't be. I mean, not that it couldn't be, but I'm gonna keep it simple. There's no sitting down and dining. There's no restaurants. It's everything should be. You walk into the store, you browse, you buy, you check out, you leave. But what type of store? That's up to you. Pizza Tower, UFO 51. Supermarket said like super hot. Super market. Like that. Supermarket. You load up the game, and that's the first thing you hear. Supermarket. Escape from the butcher counter. Oh. Walmart VR. Markup? Is that a good name? Markup? Supermarket. Supermarket Brothers. Oh, Supermarket Brothers. Super Bagger Bros. That could be something. The Super Market Bros. The Supermarket Bros. You. Baggers, you like baggers? New Unity Project 2. Oh, what about Pubis Game? Pubis Game. That's another thing. Story game. I like story game as well. I'll put story game near the top here. I do like opening hours. Critical stock. Let's put this up here. Let's put this right here. The Supermarket Bros. You. Critical sales. I like critical stock as well. I'll put that up here. Impulse purchase. Top stock. I like that. I like markdowns. All right. In the red's pretty okay. Point of sale. It sounds too professional. Come and sell. Tower product. Cutouts. This is my top 20. Retail. You like critical stock a lot? You know, I like That name sounds good, but I think it reminds me too much of Critical Role. Anything with the critical sales, critical stock, I like it, but it's not higher on the list because it reminds me too much of Critical Role. Who are you playing as in this game? You play as kind of like as a manager, and every online multiplayer player, any friend who joins your game will also be a manager. Um, and the managers are just they can do any just like grocery store simulator. They can just hop in and help you run the store. Bagman, little shop of groceries. Bagman. I've been avoiding men and boy, man. I'm just keeping it gender neutral, guys. Is this a new game? Kinda. It's based on Project Dick, which has been destroyed and then rebuilt with multiplayer in mind called Project Richard. And now the temporary name is Baggers. Let me show you what I have so far. Grocery Carnage. Again, I'm also trying to avoid grocery or anything that locks the game in to a specific type of store, like a grocery store, because I do want people to kind of have a choice of what type of store they have. Bag woman, bag person. Yeah, we can do bag women. Bag hag. Stock carnage. Bags are a stock rampage. Bags forever. All right, so here's what I have so far. Keep the name suggestions coming if you think of them. So we could start the game here. I already have a game, so I'm gonna load it up. We have file select. Actually, let me start a new game, just to show that, I guess. Okay, the new game is No, it isn't. Okay, I'm in. This is pretty much all I have. So I have the movement here. You can't really see the guy, but this does sync up through multiplayer. You can do that. If you turn, your guy kind of leans when he turns. It's cool. He's awesome. And then he's got that. And then you look down, he leans forward, and you look back. I don't know if I can demonstrate this. See how he's kind of looking forward? And then you look up, and he kind of lifts his head. And that's synced up through the internet. I really suck at coming up with names. Ship it. When's the demo coming up? As soon as I can get a demo working. Review code now. As soon as I can get this. Nothing's here yet, but I have health. Watch this. Press F1. Actually, this is completely controller compatible. So I'm going to play with controller only right now. So here we are. Controller. Works perfect. Works flawless, actually. And then, oh, yes. You will all be beta testers for sure if you want to test. Absolutely. I'm pressing up on the D-pad to wave. Notice my stamina. This decreases my stamina for some reason. You're a very fragile person. Your stamina, you will be able to upgrade. Your health, no upgrading your health, but your stamina, sure. Just wave at people. Now, so in the customers come in, so many the grocery store game, grocery store simulator, motel simulator, whatever that is, supermarket simulator, supermarket together, all the NPCs, all the customers are just random dudes, lifeless husks. There's no life behind the eyes. There's nothing. They come in and they're just dead. They go, they purchase product. They are consumers. That's all they are. Thank you, Mr. Powerhouse. Waving simulator. This is the walking and waving simulator. Anyway, so the customers, they come in and they're just dead. In my game, in Baggers, whenever it spawns in a new customer to go shopping at your store, it actually will create a new character and save that character it'll just save that character in the file somewhere. It saves their name, their rating for your store, their relationship with you, in fact, well, it's not really a relationship with you, it's just their relationship with the store. So when they come in, they'll be happier. So if the prices are kind of high, if they're happy with the service, then they'll pay it. They'll be much more likely to pay it. But if your store is dirty, you leave in boxes, fruit on the floor, if you have other customers that are rowdy and you don't take care, you don't deal with bad customers, your other customers are gonna get um they're just not going to be as happy with the store. It's going to lower their rating of the store. It's going to lower the rating of you, and they're going to come in and be less likely to buy stuff. But the happier your customers are, the more they'll buy. A grocery store similar, people come in, they buy one thing, two thing, three things. But come on, let's. I'm always there's always people in the store buying food for their family. They have shopping carts, and we are going to have shopping carts, and the customers are going to walk around the store with their shopping carts, bumping into other people, knocking people down, pushing them into wet floor signs, people slipping, breaking their necks. The ambulance shows up. You got to deal with that. You got to call the lawyers. The lawyers come in. Anyway, they're going to fill up their shopping cart, and they're going to come to the cash register, and they're going to put a crap load of stuff in. So you are going to need employees. Very chaotic sound. Yes, I want this to be just a store full of action and reaction, bouncing off each other everywhere. And when people bump into people and they fall down and people start swinging, if you hit the shelves, it'll knock product off the shelves and onto the floor. If you're not cleaning that up, or if you don't have employees to clean that up, again, other people are going to come into the store, judge you for that, buy less, and maybe even never come back. So what do you think for an art style? I was actually thinking something kind of I was actually thinking something like a more cartoonish, more toony. Um Something bright. Uh Maybe like an Ape Escape type of brightness and colorfulness. I don't know about shader wise, but I do want it to be kind of, you know, kind of kind of colorful and bright. And a lot of these grocery store games, they're so dark and dingy and depressing and just scary even. I would like mine to be just chipper, brighter, more feel a little more arcade-ish, even though it is still a management sim kind of thing. Um, Make it so you can throw money at people so they stop complaining. You could just give them money to make them happy. Please let me be a greeter at the front like Walmart. Yes, that's what I was getting to actually. So the customers, they have like a happiness, a satisfaction. So when they walk into your store and you have a greeter, or if you are just if you would like to be a greeter yourself, as you can see, you have the wave. If you walk up to customers and wave at them, you will greet them, and their satisfaction will raise slightly. If they find what they're looking for fast at a reasonable price, satisfaction goes up and up and up and up. Well, actually, do they find what they're looking for? Satisfaction goes up. Is it a reasonable price? Satisfaction goes up. How long is the checkout? Satisfaction goes up. How long does it take for you to bag their items and put it back in their cart? Do you have a bag boy? A cart loader. Technically there's no bag boy. The cashier will bag the items, and then the cart loader will take those bags and put it in the cart for the customer. If you don't have that, they'll have to load it themselves, and it goes slow. I've got this all written down. I've got the structure of the game. Can we romance the customers? That's not a feature yet. I haven't thought of that. Imagine a Karen just constantly yelling at you until you chug that bill. Have you heard of citizen burger disorder? No, I haven't. Is that good? I thought you were into more realistic stuff. I thought so too, but I guess it just depends on the game and the vision for this game does. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling I'm feeling kind of cartoon world, very bright, clean, crisp, uh colorful game. Um can we romance the customers? No. No, I haven't. Oh, I already answered that. Yeah, no. I've also noticed in a lot of the grocery store games, there's some of them just. I played yesterday or the day before. I can't remember. I think yesterday I played Motel Manager, and I played Hey JPEG, and I played How Are You, and I played Yo How, and I played Supermarket Simulator and Supermarket Together and Grocery Store Simulator. I've played them all, and I've got my complaints about each and every one. Uh, Supermarket Simulator is dead. It's lifeless. Same thing with Supermarket Simulator. They put you in a big city, but you don't believe it. Something about it, however they did it, you don't believe it. At least I don't. I'm in there and I'm looking around at the city. I'm thinking you bought this off the asset store or something, and then that's it. It's kind of it just you, there's no you hear birds and trees swaying in the wind and everything, but when you go inside your building, you still hear that. There's no difference in sound. I'm not immersed. I don't believe. I think I'm just in a unity scene. That's what I think. Bag with friends. Oh, let me write that down. Bag with friends. Let me show you um Motel Manager Simulator. There's something in here that I want to do with my in the bag. Well, let me tell you a little bit more about the game and give you a visual. Oh wait, I can't even play this, can I? One second. It's not my game. I'm borrowing it from on a different account, a family member account. I don't own it. Does it let me play? I think I can click the borrow. I have to switch accounts. One second. One second. What'd you miss? Oh, I'm trying to load up Motel Manager Simulator to show off the You're not playing a game right now, are you? Not anymore? Okay. I'm just gonna crack it open. There it is. Just for a second to demonstrate. I'm using Nimes' copy.
We bring the boom.
All right. No bringing the boom. Let me continue my game here real quick. So this is the Motel Manager Simulator. There's a lot I don't like about this game, and there's a few things I do like. Got to make sure whatever name we end up going with gives off the right vibe, whatever the vibe is. Yeah. The prototype visuals are just, I don't think they're anything like, I have a customer. Look at the way they walk. I don't like that. That makes no sense to me. All right, so I'm gonna ignore this customer. Now these boxes are kind of messed up. This is not. I could do a better system than this. Oh, actually, this is not the system. One second. She's strutting. That's how you walk? She's cooking with that walk? Okay, maybe we do have to have one. Oh, take a look at this shelf. This shelf is insane. The shelving system is incredible. So they seem to have. All right. That was loud. I'm turning this down, and I'm letting my. They want gas. All right, let me pump the gas. 1 second. Ugh. 1 second. I gotta pump the gas just to get this guy out of here. Oh my God, he's never gonna get out of here. The tank is huge. Give me that. I need to stop fueling first? Thank you. The cars have real physics here. Oh, there's too many people. You guys aren't getting gas today. Okay. So, take a look at this shelf. Oh, he's happy about that. What's he doing? Anyway, take a look at this shelf. The way... I wish I could... Can I empty this? Oh, I can, kind of. Wait, what? Place product. Okay, hold on. Pick up. Pick up, pick up, pick up. Alright. Now, when you place the product, it kind of... Hey! It places it down wherever it has room. Based on the size. And it stacks and it goes left to right, bottom to top. So you can stack your shelf with whatever fits. You got popcorn, you got Lay's, you got the forest food, you got the... whatever these bars are. Popcorn. Is that Mr. White? Oh, he's... what do you want? Okay, thank you. Alright, so yeah, you can see every shelf has multiple different types of items on it. Now, this is interesting. Are you a networking master? Oh, Brainoid. Almost. I'm actually starting to get it pretty good. This is not my game, by the way. I'm just giving a demonstration. You bought chips and ships. Thank God. What is this outfit? It's disgusting. Anyway, this is a system I'd like to have for my game, where you can kind of place... the things just show up where they fit, and then there's a problem with the shelf. Edit the tags? Oh, interesting. Oh, I see. This is kind of like a little editor here. I see. Which I would... what? What do you want? You want extra cheesy? Okay, you want chows and a candy bar. Unhealthy.
Thanks a bunch.
She's hot. Very physics accurate, though. She's dressed like a tech demo. Oh, that's true. She does have the physics the skirt dress. This is some disgusting interface. Just let's relax here. All right. So, take a look at this system. But take this system and take it out of the context of a shelf, okay? Now imagine if this system that has organized stacking was on this cart. So this game has this system where you can, you know, place these items and they kind of become a child of this cart, right? Okay, and then you can push the cart around. So you can pick up your items and you can place them down on the cart wherever you like. But I was thinking, why not turn this cart into... Why doesn't this cart have the same system as the shelving? That makes sense. You can pack so much stuff, like it organizes it, tetrifies it, and then that way, once you take it, it'll automatically, since it's part of the algorithm, it'll automatically drop this to the next available space, which is it's what? Oh my God! Just move along. We're closed. So I thought that's an incredible system. Now I should have a system like that. Whenever an object can be placed somewhere, and it's not in physics mode, like that's physics mode. It's just on the floor. That counts as trash to me. When it's not placed in an item area like this, an item organizer, you could say, then it counts as trash. Then why not just put it on the cart? Why not have a shopping cart for the customers that does the same thing? It organizes, it stacks. Why not have little baskets that customers hold, and it also has that little... It's the same system that can be used everywhere, all over at every game. Let me get the visual. I need to get up my ideas list so I can explain this a little better, and I'm gonna have to open up Paint. And it's a movable object, maybe, but you can still move it, right? So you want 3D version of like one of those 2D inventory management games? Like Backpack Hero? Perhaps. Perhaps. Let me go to I wrote this down because it was a good idea. Okay, so we have something called, my idea is, and this is kind of like it's a designer's idea. This is not really how you would explain it to the player. But let's say you have a, yeah, okay, let's just ignore the drawing here. You have a table, all right? You purchase a table. Now, if we do this is the side view, but if we do a top-down view of the table, it looks like this, okay? This is the top of the table. Please ignore. Is that, this is the top of the table. Does that make sense? Top-down version of the table, okay? Now, as a designer of the game, I take this table and I say, this area is a, oh, whoops, that's went way off the table. Okay, just imagine that this covers the top. You know what? Hold on, let me do that a little better. Wait a second, there's a square tool. Wait. Hold on, let me undo. Okay, so this is the top of the table. Let's just say this is the top of the table. Oh, that's much nicer. Okay. Oh, no, I made it. Okay. Now this is the top of the table, right? Now, as a designer, I click and drag and say, boom. This is an item area, okay? What's going on? Hey, Krista John Moldovan. I'm explaining my idea for a game, a component to a game that I'm making. Looks like the bottom of it to me. Listen, let's try to stay focused here. Okay. So the blue represents. Can I type a message here? Blue equals item area, okay? Perfect. Now, you always stack items under your table, so it only makes sense. All right, well, that's mismanagement on your part, I think. That's kind of like a hoarder mentality, so be careful. So this is the item area, okay? And within an item area, by default, you get one that is the same size of the area. Think of an item area as like a zone that allows items to be placed, but you can't place them yet because every item area needs a section. Okay, so let's have our section right here. So by default, this table comes with an item area, and within that item area, it holds an item section. Okay, now this item section does all the code for it handles all the organization of items, okay? Now, why have two? Well, because the player can come in and create their own sections. So let's say you want a section over here. Right here. You have just edited this table to have one section over here. So you walk over, you can place items and stack them, and they'll only fill up this area. And this is only of one type of item. So that way, AI can come and restock this with that specific item that you placed there. Now you can create another area on this large table over here and say, this one is for Dr. Pepper. So the AI comes over and says, okay, I'm restocking this area with Dr. Pepper, and I'm restocking this area with Pepsi, okay? Dr. Pepper and Pepsi. I literally just found you randomly. I don't know what's happening, but subscribe. Thank you, Yonzawa. What's up, baby? Did you figure it out the other day? Cross my fingers and toes while praying for you. Thank you, Klager. Why did you say it like that? I did figure it out. Sections like residential, commercial, industry. In a way, Brainoid. In a way. Make the Dr. Pepper area red, please, now. No, I can't. I cannot make it red because the item sections are generic. They have to be generic. So this way, you get this big fat table, and it stacks up items. But then again, You can also, as a designer, create a shopping cart. I'm going to create a shopping cart right here. That's not a shopping cart. That is not a shopping cart. I'm going to create a shopping cart right here. This is what a shopping cart looks like. Pay attention. Okay, this is a shopping cart. Does that make any sense to anybody? This is a shopping cart. Believe it. Did you play Manor Lords? No, I didn't. What is this, a grocery store simulator? No, grocery store stimulator. Why did you say it like that? What are you talking about? Everybody just calm down for a second. Just calm down for 1 second here. That is not a shopping cart. It's, all right, well, it's something. It's a something, okay? As a designer, I say, okay, this is the item area. And by default, it has one, oh, whoops. And by default, this is the shopping, this is the item area. And by default, it has inside of it one section. And this section, let me write down this. Green equals item section. Okay. An item section can only be within an item area, okay? So this shopping cart has one item area and one item section. Now, the player cannot edit this section. But the cool thing is, as a designer, you can say, okay, any item is allowed in here. Any item at all, any shape. So you can start filling your cart and it'll find space for it with whatever shape you want. It doesn't have to be just Dr. Pepper. It doesn't have to be just Pepsi. You can have a whole bunch of different types of items in here and it'll try to make it fit perfectly and flawlessly. So there we go. You have a shopping cart full of items, okay? Same thing goes for a little basket. You have a little hand basket here. As a designer, you give it an item area, and then within that area, you give it an item section, and you can start filling that. Customers can hold that basket and start filling up with little items that they want. And it makes the space. And if they have enough space, they have enough space. If they don't, they don't. So this way, so this one over here, player editable. I can't move it and it's kind of hard to see. Non-editable, okay? Non-editable. But this way I can use the same system for everything that requires items. So if we have a cart that we need to use to haul boxes, I can do that. And it'll automatically stack it perfectly with all different types of items. Now, when the player needs to set up shops, they can create sections, but these sections, once one item is added, like Pepsi, it is locked to Pepsi. This way, the AI can come over and easily understand where does the Pepsi go, where does the Dr. Pepper go, and it doesn't start mixing and matching and making your store look like a complete mess, an unorganized mess. Same thing for shelves. The shelves, you can, every shelf has an item area. You can edit that and you can squeeze the shelf and put different sections of different items, so you can put different items on one shelf. But again, they have their own sections, they have their own sizes. And there we go. I want a section to put my baby in it. Oh my God, that's genius, actually. Baby section. You know what? Baby could be technically an item, a store item. That's a pinball machine? Manor Lords? What's Manor Lords? This game stimulates your grocery store. Multiple item section. I'm going to make every section sell just legally distinct Dr. Pepper. I want to put my baby in. That's called an orphanage. Babies are objects now. Yes. If you want to get technical, yes, they derive from object, from item. No, that actually implement the interface item babies do. I imagine the area creation like Manor Lord's field creation. Oh, field creation? What is that? Manor Lord's field creation. I'm still not 100% sure how. Is it?
What's up, guys? I'm Pause Build, and in this
Pause
series, we're gonna
Build.
be building a beautiful
What's
medieval
going on,
Rome
guys?
early
It's
access
me,
release
Pause
dedicated
Build,
manor
back
halls,
with
whilst
another.
also fending off merciless hordes of bandits and
Alright, town
raiders.
upgrade,
This series
starting a
is
farm.
scripted following
Can I drop a link with?
Boo.
Yeah, go ahead. Drop a link with a timestamp. Because I'm still trying to figure this out, but this is the general idea of what I want. Grocery store simulator does not allow you to have multiple different types of objects on a single shelf, which is fine. But I want a little more customization, a little more stuff like that. Leave Pause Build alone. What's going on, guys? He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Nothing wrong with him. By the way, okay, so this is another thing that I wanted that this system is useful for. So let's say you get your table here. So this is a table, and normally now you're wondering, wait a second, you have a section here and a section here, and then you have empty here. Well, that's on purpose because if you wanted the table to hold specific stuff, for example, you can purchase an object that works a lot like a shelf, but just imagine this as a tiny baby little nugget of a shelf called a display plate. And this display plate looks a little bit like that, and you can place it anywhere you want. It's like a shelf. You can pick it up and move it. These are actual objects. See this blue, the item area and the item section, those are invisible areas. These item display plates are actual physical objects, but these each hold one item or one type of item. But you can place it anywhere you want. So, for example, if you place this, you can place this at the cashier station, the checkout station. You can place this on the checkout. So as people are shopping, they can pick this up at the checkout station. Or if you wanted to have a table with a nice display, let me give you an example here. Grocery store display table. I don't know if that's a real thing. Let's see. Something around here, maybe. I'm looking for something specific. Maybe this? Yeah, for example, you get a table like this. No, this still looks like stacked. Well, again, look, it's full of different items. If you wanted a different item for every single one, you can put a bunch of display plates down or do the item area thing. I'm looking for more of like this. This is a crazy like look at this is on the corner. This is oh my god, this is insane. But you can make something like this through a combination of item sections and display plates. So this corner thing here, this little bowl, somebody's going to walk up to this, pick it up and buy it. It's gone. But because it's on a display plate, the AI can restock it with that item. I like that it's not. Oh, let me check that out. What is this? What is this time? What about hanging items? That would be interesting to add. That would be interesting to add. What is this?
The plots, the residential plots, are the
Oh.
obvious ones to start with. Homeless
That's
people are
more
free.
advanced than I was
Plots,
thinking.
The residential plots
I was
are
just
the
thinking a simple square, but I mean, if you could shape it any way you like,
obvious ones to start with. Homeless
that would
people
be
are
interesting,
very
like on a
unhappy.
round
Let's
table.
put them in homes and try if you can to give them extension slot potential. Make them just a little
That's
bit bigger
interesting.
so you get this extra.
But
icon.
yeah, basically, it would take you into a separate object editing area. You'd have to take every object, you'd have to take every item off of your table, and then go and then edit the table, and then you'd be able to do this on the table to create sections, different sections for different items or whatever. And then you can get really fancy with it.
Icon. That will come in handy later when we go to upgrade them.
Ew.
For the time being, though, after they're placed down and built, people will be home.
What are you
and
talking
happy,
about?
And of
What if
course,
you have to place multiple tables with sections? What do you mean? I guess you could save it as a template. You can save a certain table and then just load the template. Micah. I always wanted to be a grocery store when I grow up.
So you get this extra icon. That will come in handy later.
I like
when
that
we
it's
go
not
to
rectangular and makes it unique.
upgrade them.
This
For
right
the time
here.
being, though, after they're placed down and built, people will be homed and upgrade them. For the time being, though,
How do they do that? Hold on a
and
second.
some key
me
builds
look at that.
that you'll need to pick up along the way in your journey through Manor Lords. The plots, the residential plots, are the obvious ones to start with.
I see.
Homeless people are very. Let's talk about growing and
That's-
some key builds that you'll need
that's
to pick
straight.
up along the way in your
You can
journey
kind of
through
shape
Manor
it how you
Lords.
want.
The plots, the residential.
I
plots,
just don't know how to make this shape, and then I'm gonna need I'm gonna have to do a lot of learning here because I might have to just make it simple and make it square or just, rectangular shapes. Because I've got no clue how to do any of this. I have ideas. I have, inklings, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. The voices love
to start
TM.
with. Homeless
Hello.
people are very
Hello.
unhappy. Let's put them in homes and try if you can to give them extension slot potential. Make them just a little.
Anyway, I have to think on this more later. But man, if I found a perfect example here, you get the idea though. You get the idea. But this is a great example for wait a second. Oh my god, look at this. Just imagine this, but they're not elevated sections. They're flat, but it's still, you know. Look at this. Okay, grocery store bread table. They've always got a table full of bread. Okay, so this one is one table, and they split it in two sections. One section holds this, the other section holds this. This one has a lot of sections, and they do stack. They do have a height, a maximum height. The voices? The voices? What are you talking about? It's getting late. I gotta go have fun develop. Thanks, Mike. I'll see you later, Mike. Yeah, I should keep it simple for now. Anyway, that's my idea for that. This is the most complicated thing I have to do, I think. I'm glad I drew it up. Okay, now I've talked about shopping carts. I've talked about shopping baskets. We have an employee hiring process. In a lot of the games, Grocery Store Simulator, and I don't know about Supermarket Simulator, but I assume I am not allowed to. A lot of the games, you're not allowed to hire employees until you level up and unlock that or something. And I'm just thinking, why? Why? That's usually when you open up a store, is usually you have to hire at least one employee, right? You can't do it all yourself. And that makes sense because there's a lot going on. Unless you want to start really slow and really boring, I'd say just give people some money to get their business started and to hire at least one employee and allow them to hire as many employees as they want. That's just their fault if they go into debt and they file for bankruptcy and everything comes to a close. So the idea may have been to give you a feeling of starting from the bottom, then rising up, maybe. Yeah, that's an idea, but I think you can still do that. But mainly the focus being you don't have any income. But I think it was you started with nothing for so long. I don't know. To me, I hopped in and I played after playing Grocery Store Simulator, and I have to assume that a lot of people are going to be coming from those games to try out this game, because it's the same genre. Maybe they like that genre. It was very boring. This supermarket, and it's, oh my god, the money. The money. I don't like counting the money. I don't like it's just it's a math game. That's not fun. That's the worst part of all of them is counting the money, giving them change, typing in the numbers. No, that's not. No. It's not even. I don't know. It's not challenging. It's just tedious. It just takes time. It's not challenging. It just takes time. Um, it's boring. So I don't like that. Uh, so I think I'm not gonna have that type of system. My system for the checkout is gonna be more of a game, more of like a mini game. Um, yeah, giving change seemed pretty tedious. Yeah, it did. It was horrible. That's why I love the customers who use credit card. At least I only had to type in the amount, but even that should have been automatic. So, yeah, that was a problem. I was going somewhere with this, but I forget. Anyway, the hiring process. You start in a very small store with very little money, but enough money to order multiple packages. You have a storage space. You have a storage space, you have a warehouse, you have the main store, and you have your office. Um, the main store is empty, so you have to start by ordering stuff online, and you have let's say $1,000 to start with, and then you also have $1,000 on your credit card. You have a credit limit of $1,000. So if you don't have the money, you can whip out the old shared credit card, and that's shared between everybody on in the game, all the online players. Bagalites play on acolytes. You sell wizard stuff. What? Oh, it's a play on acolyte. You sell wizard stuff. That's possible, Mr. Power Up. It's possible. But that's possible. Yeah, that is possible. I was gonna say doesn't really fit the theme, but I think I know what the theme is gonna be, and that might actually fit later down the line. It's a stretch. But you know what? That makes the game seem like it's all wizard all the time. Which that's not gonna be true. Anyway, you buy your stuff, you get in the game, and then you can go and you can hire an employee at any time. And if you hire an employee, they charge you by the hour. You get charged by the hour. So if their hourly rate is $10, $20, every hour it's going to subtract from your store, So you have to be careful when you hire an employee because you need to have income to offset all that money you're spending on an employee. Now, the employee hiring process is actually going to be, I'm very excited about the employee hiring process. Let me break out Paint. Got to break out Paint. Don't save this. I'm gonna create an employee man here. So this is the employee. Nope, he's over here. Nope, he's over here. There we go. This is his head. So there is more drawing. Yes, this is my favorite part of the stream. This is the person you're interviewing. Okay, say hi. Hey, Miss Hovey, Miss Hovi. This is the employee that you're interviewing. All you need to do is walk into the interview room. You sit in the chair, and it pops up with this sort of mini game of a hiring process. So it starts off with, let me increase this size of this, is too small. Oh, that's too low. Nope, too low. Hourly rate. Hourly rate, $10. That it'll say that somewhere down below or something. Okay, hourly rate, $10. Then it has a list of pros and cons. But this is the list of pros and cons, by the way. But the thing is, when you start the interview, the pros and cons of this employee are hidden. This is what your job resume looks like. The pros and cons are hidden, all right? So there's going to be a big button. It's probably not at all what it's going to look like. But ask question. Ask the question. And every time you ask a question, it will reveal one of the pros and cons. So, for example, you ask a question and it will reveal a pro. Let's say it turns green if it's a pro. Okay, so far, this customer has one pro. Unfortunately, that means... No, is there an up arrow? Unfortunately, that means his hourly rate goes up. See? That means it goes up. So unfortunately, you asked a question. I hope this isn't what it's going to look like. It's going to look pretty close to this. If I make it, if I design it. So you asked a question, your question, and now you know one of his pros and cons. But knowing this, the hourly rate goes up. Now you ask another question, and now you've learned one of the... Oh, whoops, I turned this red. How did I do that? Whatever. No, now it's a down arrow. 1 second. Screwing this whole thing up. There we go. It's close enough. Whatever. So you revealed a con. Now this con is, let's say they're sleepy. So every once in a while they'll just fall asleep and stop working, and then they'll wake themselves up. So that's a con. It's not a huge con. Maybe they don't sleep that long, it's maybe every 30 seconds they'll fall asleep for 10 seconds. So it's not that detrimental. Maybe they'll slow down your work a little bit, but it's not that detrimental. But now you know. Now you can say, maybe I don't want to hire this guy. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Let me turn this green. Now, meanwhile, there's always a button here that says hire now. So you can choose when to hire them. You can hire them at any point. You do not have to ask them any questions. You can hire them at any point. If you hire them right off the bat, their hourly rate is $10, but you don't know any of their pros and cons. So when you hire them, all of their pros and cons are revealed to you. And if you just hired a guy with... It's random. So if you hired a guy with all cons and one that says murderous tendencies, you've made a huge mistake, because you have to... You signed a contract. He has to work for at least 1 week. You are stuck with this guy for 1 week, and he's going to take your grocery store or your bakery or whatever down. He's going to burn it to the ground, because this is the worst employee in the world. That was a gamble that you took, and you lost on that one. But that is the fun of the interview process. Huge mistake, but at least they're cheap. Do you want to find pros or do you want to find cons? Well, here's the thing. You want to find you want to find an employee in general that is not horrible. That's basically what you're looking for. Because some cons aren't that bad, and some cons are very bad. Some pros aren't that good, and some pros are very good. So if you don't mind risking getting a very expensive employee. Oh wait, if you don't mind paying for a very good employee, who is expensive, charges a very high hourly rate, you can just ask all the questions in the world. Now, they could be all pros, but then again, if you find out that they're all pros, their hourly rate skyrockets pretty much. Does the hourly rate only go up if you reveal a pro? Yes. The hourly rate will drop if you find out one of their cons, because now you know each other. Now you have a, what do you call it? A bargaining chip, I don't know what it's called. You have leverage or something. You know that this person has these cons, and now you can kind of talk the lore. If you want a reasoning behind why it goes down, it's because you know that they're not that good at their job. They have cons. It's a balancing act, yes. So, but the thing is, if you can also ask questions and all of them could be cons, but all of the cons could be just not bad. Like, okay, he gets a little sleepy sometimes. All right, he sometimes he'll get lost. All right, he's a little clumsy. Maybe he'll drop a box every once in a while, but he'll pick it up, or maybe maybe he has very low stamina. Unless the con is ask for a huge salary. That's true. That's actually one of the cons. One of the cons we thought of was signing bonus. Demands a signing bonus. And you clicked higher. So it reveals it and boom, you just lost $1,000 right then and there because he demanded a huge signing bonus. Or, maybe $5,000 or $10,000. That's a huge risk. So you don't know. I mean, but then again, you can just ask all the questions and just keep trying your luck and keep going and going and going. I was thinking that it costs money every time you want to hire an employee, so you don't want to. You also don't want to just ask all the questions that you want. Just ask question until you get like a good role, because it's still costing you every time you want to take the time to get a new interview. Every time you interview, you need I think it should cost you money. So you don't want to just spam through and find a good deal because it's you want to just best bang for your buck and try to gamble and get lucky. But you're not always going to get I don't think you're ever going to get the perfect employee. You just have to hope for an employee that won't destroy your business. And I think that's a good thing. That's a good gamble because that way, again, that adds to the chaos of the store. Some people have anger management. Sometimes they'll just start punching other employees or customers. If they punch other employees, if they have trouble working with others, then maybe they won't listen to your orders. Maybe they'll go do their own thing. So this guy, it'll give him a random name, Jerry Johnston. You just know that that employee of yours, he does not listen and do what you say. So they go restock. Okay, he goes and he goes and he takes a break, or he starts cleaning. He just does what he wants to do. He's got trouble taking orders. So that's a con. You just have to I think this is part of the game. This is just part of what the game is. You have to learn to work with your employees, and none of them are perfect. None of them are going to be perfect. And they're all going to cause chaos in their own way. But that's after you work with them for a week, you can fire them. Now, if they are a serious problem and you cannot fire them because they have that contract, they have to work a week. That's just part of the game mechanics that you have to keep them for at least a short time. If you don't want to do that, there is always the option to murder them. You can say, "Hey, I need you to load some stuff in the I need you to load some stuff in the dock in the loading dock, okay? Can you go and load some stuff?" He goes to the loading dock. Nobody's there. He's like, "Okay, weird. It's kind of empty here." And then out of the shadows, you emerge with a baseball bat, and you beat him to death. You beat your employee to death with the baseball bat. Now, why did you do this? Well, because one of his cons is that he urinates on the floor or something, and and he urinates a lot. You got really bad luck, and he's peeing everywhere, and you can't fire him, and you're losing all of your customers, and your rating is going down. This store smells like pee. You have to do something about it, because if you don't, you're going to go bankrupt. Either hire more employees and put them all on cleaning duty all the time, and you man the cash register, or your rating's going to sink. You're going to go bankrupt. So One option. That's one option. That's two. Those are two options, and that's the interesting thing about the game. I love that about this game. That's what makes me excited about this game. You can. It's a balancing act. It's strategy. You can come up with your own solutions to the problems that are presented. Um, I'm excited about this. This one. It's crazy. What do you mean? What? He's in the warehouse. You kill him. That's smart. They can't claim unemployment. Yep, just take them out. That's true. Now, the thing is, you have to dispose of the bodies somehow. The bodies will sit there until they decompose. So you need to put them in a spot that no one goes because they will be reported to the police. Now, if the police show up, they will investigate and eventually they will find the real killer, which is you. Whoever killed somebody, it takes a second, but cops will show up and they will investigate and they will eventually find the killer. So, hide the body. Don't let anybody find it. Your employees will call the cops. The customers will call the cops. If a cop is buying groceries, they'll stop everything, call for backup, and then they'll investigate. So that's how the cops get involved. If somebody's injured in your store, somebody will call an ambulance. The ambulance will show up, and again, that will cause some chaos because the ambulance, the paramedics, they're gonna be getting in the way. They're gonna be. I want the paramedics to be clumsy and bump into things, and they'll do anything to get and rescue and save this person's life. Stick with it, and it could be pretty fun, actually. Yeah. I love it. So just it's a little gambling game, and then once the gamble is over, you get to work with these people and manage them, and it's online multiplayer, so you can do this with your friends. And your friends can say, this guy's a troublemaker. This employee is a troublemaker. Go keep an eye on him because I need someone to constantly keep an eye on this guy. So your online buddy will go over there and keep him in check. Wave at him. tell him to do stuff. How about the name Gag in a Bag? No. I have to deny that. I have to deny that one. Gag in a Bag. Nah, I can't do that one. That's too vulgar. But of course, this is a bright and colorful, cartoony, chipper game. Is it like a social deduction game? I just got here. Oh, this game is this is. Have you played Grocery Store Simulator? Let me change my account here. Grocery Store Simulator. It's like Grocery Store Simulator, but it's not a simulator. It's more of like a grocery store game. I'm not trying to simulate anything. I'm just trying to turn a grocery store simulator in a. Oh, you see me play? Oh, that's right. That's right. Get one of your employees to kill the guy. That's true. That's actually a great. That's a big thing to ask, and I guess a loyalty could be a pro. Like if they're loyal, they will do whatever you say. That's a good idea. Now, so I'm trying to create my own. Where is it? Grocery store simulator, which has a small update. They have patch notes, what happened, fixes. Rework the entire lobby system, which should eliminate most of the issues. Fixed all players spawning at the same location, causing some players to fall out of the map. Oh, that's kind of big there. Loyalty can be a perk, and snitch should be a perk, and they should be hidden. A hidden, like a pro and a con. Like a pro is loyal, con is snitch. I don't know if I want any of the pros or the cons to be hidden though. I want people to know the character, so they can actually. Are you making your own game? I am making my own game. Be the Void. I am. So first world problem and Be the Void. My game is kind of like Grocery Store Simulator, but instead of replace simulator with arcade game or just game in general. It is kind of a simulator, but it's not a realistic simulator, and I don't want people counting money and trying to give change. I just want a bunch of systems and a bunch of chaos and a bunch of progress within a grocery store. I think it could be fun if someone had murderous tendencies and you have to find out who it is. Some of them are hidden, but okay, so some of them are hidden and it'll tell you one of your employees has murderous tendencies. But then at that point you have to keep an eye on one of them. Maybe some employees quit because they got offered a better salary somewhere else. Loyalty can help in those cases. Oh yeah, that's true. Loyalty. They're very loyal. Can lower their salary. That's true. Okay, so oh yeah, after you hire someone, you can attempt to lower their salary. If they're loyal, or say gullible, or not gullible, let's say they're a doormat. Let's say every every prawn and con, every pro and con that you discover, you can hover over it and it'll tell you exactly what it does. So let's say doormat. You can lower their salary and treat them poorly, and they won't quit. Crons and pawns. Crons and pose. Murderous tendencies. Yeah, that'd be interesting. There are a couple things. Well, there's a lot that could be done with the pro and con system to alter their brain chemistry. But yes, grocery store simulator, but you can kill people. It's more fun. There's less tedious stuff, but you're still and I'd like to say that there's more customization with how your store looks. So everybody's gonna have, when you watch somebody play, you're gonna see people doing stuff that, not everybody does. I think that's a problem with grocery store simulator. It feels like my grocery store is probably very similar to a lot of other people's grocery stores. You can put a flag on the wall, you can put the cutouts, whatever, but there's not much else you can do in such a small space for so long. You mentioned skill trees for store types and all. Yeah, exactly. So you don't have to just level up and unlock every new grocery store item, and the customers will now expect that from you. You don't have to do that. They will expect certain things from you, but they will not. It's more to manage, but they won't. What am I trying to say here? They won't expect everything from you. You have to. They only expect what branch you're on. So if you're a bakery, you're a level 10 bakery, and you're a level 2 electronics store, they'll expect level 2 electronics and level 10 bakery items. So, yeah. Yeah, that's still happening. So they'll expect that level from you. But you can kind of choose which path you want to go on. Yeah. Okay, so that's that. So this is would anyone like this? Would anyone like this picture? Hanging on their fridge, perhaps? Save it. You love this picture? I'm gonna put it in game design on the Discord. There we go. Ask question. There we go. No. Well, you don't have to yell it at me. All right, so I've been streaming for about an hour and a half. I have not done any. I've done nothing. I've done no development of the game, pretty much. For those of you who do not know, I'm watching a tutorial series. That's how I'm learning. And going through this step by step, I'm starting to get a grasp on multiplayer, on networking. Make the game right now? Okay. I'm on it. Watching wrong tutorials and then some people come teach you with the right ways. That exactly. I've done a lot, Brainoid. If you'd like to, if you see anything bad, Brainoid, please don't hesitate to just come out and say it. Now these are a year old, you know, maybe what program will you use and what language will you code in? I'm using Unity. I'm using Unity right now. Hey Leper. Good day. Good day. I'm using Unity and I'm using C# Be the Void. And I'm using the netcode for game objects multiplayer networking solution by Unity Technologies. Brainoid. Yeah, Brainoid. Brainoid's here. So this is what I've got so far. I've just added this. Oh, I've added this death thing. So you can die now. I forgot to show this. You just pop into here. You die. You fall on the ground. Camera's disabled. There's a revive bill, which is $1,000. And then they have a little message at the bottom, which might be random. It says, come back. Someone has to restock the mic biz. Echo. And then you continue, and then you're revived. Unfortunately, when you revive, you land right in the damage right now. But you can die and come back, so that's nice. I haven't actually tested this with multiplayer. I just assume that it works because it seems like it would. Beautiful revive thingy. Thank you. I like my death animation when you just drop on the floor like this. There's no ragdolls. I decided no ragdolls in this game because I just don't want to have to deal with that sort of thing. And multiplayer. And that added complexity. I'm going to try and keep it maybe in the future. You are done. Revive bill, $1,000. Come back. Someone has to restock the mic biz. Continue. All right. So there's that. Run into this. Die. I just love dying. I like how it just works. All right. So definitely need to see it in multiplayer. Let me try it. Let me see if it works in multiplayer. I don't know. I really don't know. But I also have the save system. If dying is fun in a game, that's 50% success. That's true. You've got a point. Oh my god, Project Richard is playing Counter-Strike 2. But how? 90% success. They die a lot. Well, in this game, you don't want to die, and there's not a lot of action. Basically, if you're dying, you're really putting yourself in a position to die. It's 100% your fault because violence and murder and killing is not you are not pushed towards that. Now, maybe if you have an employee who has murderous tendencies, they could just kill you. One of the cons could be hates their boss. So they could be nice to everyone except you. All right, so here's what I have. I have my save game manager. I'm using a save game system that saves a file. More like 90% success for me. Oh, wait, sorry. I just read that. Hates their boss means killing their boss over and over. Yeah, hates them to death. Hates them to death. So here's how the save game manager works. I don't know if this is a good way to do it, but I've done it. When you have no save game file on this computer at all, when you hit play, it will create and save a unique system ID, which is a randomly generated set of numbers. My unique system ID is 5489190720081. And when I start the game and I load the game and I load the file, it checks to see if if whoever just spawned in over the network is a player, then is a real player, is a real human being, then save their character data underneath their unique system ID. So I have my unique system ID. Miss Hovi and Leper and Brainoid and Snow, they all have their own different unique system IDs. And then every time they load in, it loads, every time they start the game, it loads their unique system ID. And then if they join my server, my save file has their unique system ID. And underneath that is all of their characters' data. So when they load in, it loads their characters' data. Now, if you delete your save file, your computer file, whatever, then it will generate a new unique system ID, and you'll come in with new stats. Is that from the tutorial? It's not. There's a lot of stuff in here that I don't want to do the way the tutorial does it, and I had to figure it out myself. And this is kind of like my way. I was thinking, how can I identify online players? And I was thinking, if this game's going to be on Steam, then I can use their Steam ID. That will work. But I don't have that right now. So I have to generate a new system, a unique system ID myself. You want to do so much different? Yeah, there's a lot good with it, and there's a lot that I'm not 100% sure I agree with. But he's doing it all in a multiplayer way. It works. I can expand upon it. I can change it and do it my own way, kinda. The face punch for Steam transport can handle that. Yeah. So, but in the meantime, it's a non-scheme scheme. It's a non-Steam game, and I have to test it locally. So, anyway, where's this other project? It's taking forever. It doesn't load. I have to stall. But it does say if I load this up here, go to my properties. Here's my save game. Validate, please. Okay. It contains both my characters are still in here. So I have two dictionaries. I have the character dictionary. Now this save game is this is a save game file for file 1, start game, load game. Yeah, file 0. So this file contains a list of players that have ever joined, me and my clone. It saves their ID, it saves their name, position, rotation, current health, and their endurance, which is kind of like their stamina level. And then I also have a character dictionary because, again, like I said earlier, I want every customer to have their own save data so they remember, and you have returning customers and relationships with customers. So that's the second dictionary for that. And then I also have money data. It keeps track of the money that you have, that your store has collected, that all your players have. This is the shared money that all the players use. Your credit card debt and your credit limit right now. I don't really have a. I actually probably need. No, the debt keeps track of how much I've spent. Okay. Maybe should just be store data. Yeah, I'm still early in this process. But I do definitely need a store data because the store is shared by everybody. Will the characters thing be visible in game? Like the monkey list in Ape Escape? You know what? I think so. I think there is a customer directory. I was thinking about that. A customer directory, and then there's also a customer satisfaction, which gives you stats on your store. Say customers think your store is dirty. Customers, don't like your employees. Customers can never find this item. The customers love buying this item. And most popular item, just what's going on. Because you're going to have customers show up, and your customers will start with a most wanted item, and I think that will never change. You have returning customers that always buy the same things over and over and over again. So if you cultivate characters that will that love a certain product, you can stock up on that product, increase the price, increase their satisfaction, and then boom, you could have a very thriving, strong, thriving business on just selling a very specific item for your specific customer that you've been kind of cultivating if cultivating is the word, I'm not sure, but maybe. Is this other system? Okay, it's up. Okay, let me test the multiplayer death. If you'll let me. Now, in order to test the multiplayer death, I need to go to the UI manager, start the game as a client, and then I need to go to the save game manager and use the testing system ID, because if I don't do that, it will use the unique system ID that is on this game, because it's the same computer, so I need to I need to use a dummy one for this one. All right, so I hit play, start the game, load the game, file 0. I always start over here on the corner. That's where I last saved. I come over here, hop in game. There we go. This is where this guy was last saved. That's correct. Okay, so now I need to go die. Why does this guy keep buying cucumbers and Vaseline? He loves that stuff. You know what? Yeah, it's random. When they come in, they have a random set of stuff that they want, and that will never change. So cultivate customers that buy a lot of one single product, and maybe care less about the people. That's actually fantastic, because in Grocery Store Simulator, when people came in and paid with $100 bills and you had to give them like $95 in change, you were just enraged. You're just enraged by that. And it's like, get out of my store. You are banned from my store. Basically, it's that system. You can do that. You can ban people that you just don't like. And start, it's almost like a deck builder game. It's almost like Party House, where you can start banning customers that you do not like, and then grow satisfied customers that come in every single day and buy the same thing, and the large amounts of it as well. Like, I hate this customer. This customer is rude. They've got no patience. They buy one thing. They pay in $100 bills. It's like, you're banned from the store, buddy. Did somebody say Party House? All right, let me see if this works. This guy should run in here and die. Okay. Boom. That's what it looks like when you're dead. It's a freeze frame. I died. Okay. And then they respawn. And they're back. Okay, so it does work. It does work on multiplayer. That's cool. Hey. Hey. I can't make him crouch yet. All right, so that works. Multiplayer working, yeah. I just like that they tilt their body when they turn. Kind of gives them a sense of, gives you a better sense of, I don't know, them having muscle. Them having physics, but they don't actually. All right, awesome, radical. Radical. The body physics is fantastic. Yeah, it's looking good. I have the lean, and I have the look at, and I don't have the legs animator set up yet. I'll have to do that later. That's an easy thing to do later. Very cool stuff so far, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Now I need to, I guess I'm just going to continue, a time to watch tutorials. Who wants to watch some tutorials? Now add store. Yeah, well, I'm kind of a ways away from that. I don't know how. It's tutorial time. Oh wow. So many students in chat today. That's fantastic. I've talked so much in this first hour and a half. I'm ready to fall asleep. I'm going to get a little snack. And then I'll be back to watch some tutorials. Can we run a 2-minute ad? Because I won't be back for 2 minutes. Can we run a 2-minute ad? Is that possible? I know that sounds like a lot, but... But I'll be back in just a second. Thank you.
We bring the boom. That's what we do. We bring the boom. We bring the boom to you. We bring the boom. We bring the boom to everyone. We bring the boom. Your favorite father and son.
Every afternoon on your FYP.
We'll be bringing the boom around 3:15.
We bring the boom so loud the whole earth shakes.
With double chunk chocolate cookies.
And chicken bakes. Biceps and triceps bring the boom that every
I saw that. Thank you, Bucket. Thank you so much, Bucket. Very kind, very generous of you. Who got that? Logan? Did Logan get that? Thank you, Bucket. I could finally afford my surgery. Thank you so much. Finally. I'm going in for surgery, and I'm trying to get my hands sewed onto my elbows so I can walk around with elbow hands. Nipple enlargement? Already done. Gout transplant? Yeah, I'm getting a new gout foot. Thank you, Bucket. Thank you, Bucket, and happy birthday, Logan. All right. In honor of Bucket's generous contribution, much appreciated contribution, we're going to watch a tutorial. But not losing the Olin, right? Extra gout foot on your back. Well, okay, so gout's in my right foot, so I'm getting that removed. And I'm also getting my left foot removed. And I'm putting my right gout foot on my left foot, and then I'm getting another right gout foot to put on my right foot. So I'm kind of like moving down the line. So I can have two gout foot. All thanks to you. Thank you so much. Now let's begin the learning process, shall we? I'm learning from this guy.
Before we start this video, a large thank you to and Tim make our
I always skip
support
this
on
part.
Patreon.
Thanks.
I hope you
Thanks,
guys,
guys.
to actually make the
They
base
make it happen. They make this tutorial series happen.
class for items, which we're also going to do.
But I
I'm
do always skip that part.
going to start by dragging all my scripts into their appropriate folders to keep everything
Okay.
clean. I'm then going to navigate to my scripts folder, and then I'm going to make a new folder, and I'm going to
I'm
call it
lost.
items. And inside this folder,
Items,
I'm
always
going
doing
to
an item
create
system.
a
Okay.
script.
This is a problem because yes, I do want items. I want items you can hold in your hand, like weapons and tools. I also want store items. How do you make a folder? One tutorial at a time, please, Leper. I want store items. I want purchasable items. Now I actually have to think about this. Hold on a second. Let me break this out. I have to think of names or something. Store item. Held item. Now a store item is also tools versus items. Tools. Oh, so it could be like a tool system. Tool. Item. Now there's also product. Oh, maybe product. But then again, a box of product is not purchasable product because you get your shipment, you get your truck, the truck arrives with your shipment, and then those are things you can pick up. Okay, so these are you can pick it up. So items you can't pick up with your hands. Can you? Yes, you can. Equipment? Oh, maybe equipment. Oh yeah, equipment. Things you can equip. I'm thinking you have the box, right? The box shows up. You get your box cutter, you hit the box cracks open. Okay, now you have a box that holds a bunch of items, and then you can take those items and you can put them on the shelves. And then those items can go into a basket. You can't actually hold the items bare. Does that mean, you know what I mean? Are you going to do the same system as the other game where you basically just have your hands? Or are you going to have an inventory? It's a good question. That's a good question. Like the weapons and other things like that. Yeah, I was thinking the cleanup. You get a vacuum like Luigi's Mansion to clean up stuff. Dang, this is tricky because I'm imagining in my head you have an item. How do you just pick up a single item? Because singular items will be able to drop onto the floor. Like one apple, a single apple, that can drop onto the floor. You know, Big Lou, hey, Top Hat. What's cracking? You can have an inventory? No, I don't think no inventory. I mean, for the equipment, I think so, yes, but not for your equipment is stuff that your body is an item holder, I guess. Welcome back, Top Hat. It's been years. Oh, this is tricky. This is tricky. So basically, there's something that left click, left hand, right click, right hand, more than 2 items. You start just piling them up in your arms. That's how I do it. Motel Manager Simulator allows you to pick up multiple items at the same time and they just stack to the right of you. What if you had a magical player box? A magical player box. So there are boxed items and there are non-boxed items. And if you pick up a non-boxed items, it goes into your magical player box that just poofs into your hands. And then you can place stuff down. So you can just walk up to a bunch of apples, pick them up, and then poof, the apples start going into your player box. Then you can move those apples somewhere else to a different thing. That's always been a problem with some of these grocery store games, supermarket games. It's difficult to figure out how to take the items off the shelf. But maybe if you had a box that you held, a player box that you held, and the player box was kind of shallow, but it was open and things could stack up really high. And you just hold it in front of your face, pretty much. That might do it. But to pick up any item, it needs to be on the shelf. So an item, a product, needs to be, okay, I think a box. A box holds unboxed items. Holds products, I guess. Holds individual items. So a box holds individual items, okay? Now, or products, you could say, products. Yeah, okay, so a box holds individual products. A product is what's a product? Something that can be sold / purchased / placed in a product section. This is you, question mark? Yes. This is us. This is all of us. In a sense. So basically, when we want to go pick up a product off the floor or off a shelf, let's see, it has a physics mode where it has a physics mode if you decide, or if it falls off a shelf or something. Has a physics mode if it falls off a shelf or something. Now a box can be thrown. Oh, has a physics mode if thrown. Physics are disabled if placed. Oh, shoot. Because a box also has to be... It's also a placeable... Placeable item? Placeable object. No, placeable item. Oh no, I'm lost now. Oh no, a placeable item. Because boxes also can be placed on product sections, item sections. Something that can be sold / purchased / placed in an item section. But the thing is, I also want people to place boxes in an item section. What the? So what do you call all of these things? Maybe stackable? A stackable? A stackable can be placed in an item section. A box is a stackable. And a product is a stackable. So a box holds individual... Oh, a box is a stackable, but it's also an item... It's an item area / section. It's an item area. Okay, a box is a stackable, but it's an item area. A stackable is an object that can be placed in an item section. An item area is an area that holds an item section. Okay. Store items. I think product is good. Product is good. Somebody said product. Okay, so a stackable is something that can be placed in an item section. A box is a stackable, and it's also an item area, which is something that holds an item section. Now, a box holds individual products. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's call it holds stackables. A box holds stackables. Stackable. Holds stackables. Holds stackable. Holds stackables. Can you learn that? All right. A box holds stackables. It has a physics mode if thrown. Physics are disabled if placed. Oh yeah. Oh no, yeah. Just physics are disabled. It has physics mode if thrown. None if placed on an item area. On an item section. In an item section. Because a box can also be placed. The player box cannot be thrown, nor can it be placed in an item section. It's a magical box that goes poof when you need it, and poof when it's empty. Okay. Now, a product is a stackable, and it's a purchasable, maybe. It's purchasable. Stackable, and it's a purchasable. Now, a product is something that can be sold / placed in an item section. It has a physics mode if it falls off a shelf or something. Okay. Now, finally, equipment item. Equipment item. Yeah? Something that can be added to a player's inventory and be used as a tool or weapon. That's it. Okay, get rid of this and this. Does that make sense? Like a box is bigger than a single product. Wait, but there's different sizes of items too. Yes, there are. Yes. A box is bigger than a single product. Yes, but that's you're correct. Wait a second. So a box is also a okay. Oh, what did I do? What have I done? Okay, get down here. There we go. Get rid of this. Stackables. Now a box, it holds stackables. Can be held by a player. Does that make sense? It can be held by a player, but it's not an equipment item. But a player can unequip whatever they have and pick it up with their hands. It can be held by a player. Okay, so it has a player holding mode where the player holds it. This holds stackables. Has a physics mode if thrown. None if placed in it. Wait. No physics if placed in an item section. The player box cannot be thrown. Actually, the special player box cannot be thrown, nor can it be placed in an item section. It's a magical box that goes poof when you need it and poof when it's empty. That makes sense? Like a box is bigger than a single product, so item slots / sections have different sizes too, is what I'm saying. Item slots / sections have different sizes too. Yes. You killed everything? Thank God. What are you talking about? Sounds like the player box is a piece of equipment. It does sound that way, but a player box is not in your inventory. It is like a magical box, because boxes are physical items in the world. Um, so when you walk up to them, you can pick it up in your hands. Should it be equipment? Because I feel like the equipment, and I'm thinking multiplayer. I'm thinking multiplayer here. If you can equip the box, and if you can unequip the box, where do the items go? You can't. I don't think you can do that. I feel like the player box should be spawned into your hands, and then despawned when you drop it, or when you don't need it anymore. Should there be an inventory / hotbar? Maybe a vacuum cleaner you can just grab when you need it. You don't like D&D, but the box is sounding a lot like a bag of holding. Not a bag of holding. It's a box that actually has it's a realistic box that holds items. You know what I mean? And I don't want it to go and disappear into your inventory with items in it. I want it to a box of containing. Yeah, it's a box of stuff inside of it is what it is. Can be considered equipment for simplicity's sake. I feel like considering it equipment is more complicated because then I have to make it equipment that is not shown in your inventory. Because I don't want people to have to equip their box, put stuff in, and then unequip their box. I want the box to appear and disappear, and without the player having to think or equip or do anything. I just want it to be there when they need it, and then go away when they don't need it, when they're not using it. And then they continue with whatever they were holding originally. So let's say you have a gun or something. You have a gun, but then you go up to a shelf and you pick up some apples. Gun goes away, poof, you have a box. Now you're holding a box of containing, just make it a button. What are you saying? A button? A box button? No, I didn't even want to add another button. I just wanted people to go over to apples and it says pick up. You click pick up, poof, there's your box, and now you can pick up a bunch of apples and then when you place all these apples on that, when that last apple goes away, poof, box is gone. You don't need to press any buttons or do anything. It's there when you need it. It's not when it's gone. It's just what happens when you grab things with empty hands. Poof, the box is there. When you grab something with an empty hand, poof, box is there. It's almost like a completely separate system, you know? It's like you have a carrying system. You have a box carrying system. So if you see a box on the floor, you can pick up that box with your hands, and it works just like the player box, but this box doesn't poof and go away. This one actually has to be thrown away or dropped on the floor or something. So when you get an order of boxes, you can pick it up, boom, now you're actually holding a box in your hands. You can walk over to a shelf, unload the box, and toss the box on the floor. Now, wait a second, I want to move these apples or oranges or soda cans to a different spot. Do I have to go get that old box that I just dropped? No, just use the player box. So just click to pick it up, and then boom, poof, you get everything in your box. I want to throw these apples at Gary. Yes, exactly. When you click throw, you don't throw the box, you throw the product onto the floor. That could be funny. So the box is essentially just how you store items. I think so. Does that make sense? How big is this box of containing? This box of containing, wait, so basically just a cosmetic thing that shows you holding something. I think so. I think it's just it might be just a cosmetic. But I do need it to have the functionality of an item section. Of a stackable section, I guess. Of a stackable, I guess they'll call them stackables now. Can be placed in a stackable section. So you can only store one type of item at a time per no, actually. The box. Oh, were you here for my demonstration? Leper? Were you here for when I was drawing it? Because I had a crazy. Can I open recent? I didn't save it. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you knew. Here, let me show you my system and then maybe you can deep dive. Sorry, I thought you were here for my system. Now I was talking the entire time like as if you were just on board and knew everything. Okay. I'm gonna do my demonstration here. This is a table. This table is an object. Yes, different. It's not an item, it's not a product, it's not a stackable, it's an object. Now, an object is like a shelf. Donkey Kong and Shrek. Absolutely chonkus. That kind of describes this whole stream. Anyway, so the table is an object. It's like a shelf. You can place a shelf object down. Now, on this object, it contains something called, and now I'm going to call it a stackable zone, I guess. A stackable zone. It's about this high. I'm going to do a top-down view as well. This is the top-down view over here of the table. This is the top-down view. This is the side view. And the top-down view looks like this. Boom. So this blue area is a stackable area. That's good because it's the thumbnail. Yeah, I think so. Oh yeah, Logan Bucket. Look at it. Is a stackable just something that holds items like a stack in Minecraft?
Logan
or is a
underscore
stackable...
core wants to enter the Amy zone.
Thank you. Why? I'm explaining right now. Logan. All right. For Bucket, let's do it. Go on. I'll explain it. I'll set this up during the Amy zone. Don't care. Okay, care later. Thank you. Happy birthday, Amy! just growing up so fast. 2 more hours. It's over. Amy's gone. Thank you, Bucket, for the gifted sub again. Logan, thank you for the Amy Zone. That was incredible. I don't know how you put that together so fast, but I loved it. You know, we all miss Amy, but don't worry. She'll have another birthday very soon. Somebody buy Amy Zone, please. I don't know. I might be on cooldown, which is a shame. Which is a shame. Okay. Back to I have to get back to work now. Sorry. I apologize, but I've sorted this out, so hopefully I can explain it properly this time for the 10th time. Out of stock, is it? Oh no. I don't know how. I don't know when it comes back in stock. I don't know what the cooldown is. But the Amy Zone always seems to be redeemed at the worst possible time, and I appreciate the Amy Zone for that. All right. How do I explain this? 10 minutes? That's it? Okay. Thank you, Top Hat, for buying Amy Burrito.
Top Hat _407 just buy Amy a burrito.
_407. Tofat _407. Doing all this explain. No, it's helping me. Doing the explaining again, it's helping me figure out what's going on and how to break it better. How to break bad. All right, so black is the object. So that's the table. And this is the top-down view of the table. The blue is the stackable zone, which is defined by the game designer. Now, the green is also designed, the stackable section is also designed by the game designer, but it can be edited, if allowed, by the player. So by default, there is one stackable section, Tofat _407. There's one stackable section by default when you place and purchase an object. And this is actually what it looks like down here. So the stackable section is actually two-dimensional because what? Start over? I don't get it. I just did. I did start over. I just started over right now. Anyway, so the stackable section, let me explain what a stackable section is. This is basically, how do I describe it? Because the stackable zone is almost like a limit. And a stackable section is an organizer. In a way. In a sense. Slow down. All right, so the stackable zone is like an eligible area for stackable sections. Now, the stackable section by default is two-dimensional, and it uses, and this holds on the X and the Z. If you're Unity, Z is forward in Unity, and X is, right. It holds it holds objects, and it ignores the Y value, the Y axis, because it uses the stackable zone's height for it. So basically, start placing items down. You start placing stackables down. at any size, and it will find room. I will do a better job than this, and it will find room, and it'll stack it from left to right, bottom to top, and it'll stack, and it will stack, and by God, it will stack up until the limit using this area. That sounds so simple. Yes. So now, that's how a stackable section works. But why a zone and a section? Well, because the players can edit. I'm glad you asked, because the players can edit the stackable sections. So instead of just having one big fat one, you can create two, split it down the middle. Because see this? This is actually not possible. All these different objects, it's not possible for sellable objects. So let's say the stackable is a product that you're trying to sell. This actually wouldn't work because these are all different types of items, and now the AI, when they're trying to restock items, they don't know what item to restock here because it's all different sorts of items. So let me show you a I'll do my Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper is here on the left. So now this section on the left is marked as Dr. Pepper. And this section on the right is Peepsy, okay? So this is now, ignore this one because this is broken. This is wrong for a sellable section. Dr. Pepper goes here. So now the Dr. Peppers, of course, they're all kind of the same size here. And they're stacking. And they stack like Dr. Pepper's, all uniform and nice, until they run out of room. You do this, and then it's like, oh, there's still a little room left here, but we can't fit anymore, so we're just going to keep going and doing this. So we're going to be fitting the Dr. Peppers in here. Now, the AI employees can actually say, oh, I need to restock the Dr. Pepper because we have Dr. Pepper in storage, and all of our shelves that say Dr. Pepper, they're not filled up to the brim. Okay, so I'm going to go, and I'm going to restock the Dr. Pepper, and they know exactly where the Dr. Pepper is. And now the Peepsy is also in need of stock. But now this one table holds multiple different types of items. And it's all up to the player to organize and section off different areas. Are you still drawing boxes? I am. I'm explaining what's going on. What happens when a customer takes an object from the middle? They don't. Just like it's like a reverse stackable. They take the latest one that was stacked. They take the highest one to the right. When you place objects in here, you place it from left to right, bottom to top, and when you take it, it's from top to bottom, right to left. So you kind of reverse the order. So customers always come in and just hear that pitch shift? That's exactly how it works. Let's see, what Dr. Pepper is very sellable. Thank you. Is Peepsy the one where it's flavored like marshmallow Peeps? Possibly. So what you're saying is the stackable section holds stackables. Yes. But a stackable zone holds multiple stackable sections customized to the player's preference. So you can take, let's build another table here real quick. This is a big fat table. And the designer says, okay, this whole table is a stackable zone. And by default, it has one stackable section that spans the whole thing. But the player can come in here and delete that section and start adding their own sections like this. One here, and maybe they want a fat one in the middle for a cake and pie, and then maybe one long here for just bread. So we have cupcakes, muffins, in the center, we have big fat cakes and pies, and then on this end, bread or croissants. So Start over. It's so hard to test a multiplayer game alone. So many edge cases. Yeah. That's why I need your help. It's being released soon. It's being released soon. So the mess of boxes on the left wasn't anything. You just wanted to draw boxes. Okay, no. Now, let's say, for example, no, this is to demonstrate that this system is capable of doing this. Because let's turn this table into a shopping cart. This is a shopping cart now. This is exactly what shopping cart looked like. As you can see, now this is a shopping cart, okay? And the stackable zone goes deep, and so does the stackable area. So now when you have a shopping cart and you're shopping for Christmas gifts for Timmy and Jerry, Sarah and Sally, you can actually fit a bunch of stuff in the shopping cart because it's using the stackable zone system. Now, these products are not they're not being sold. These products in this stackable zone does not need to be restocked. So who cares, what's in here? Explain in Ape Escape 2 terms. I didn't play long enough, so I'm not sure. This explanation has become a mess. Start over. No. No, I think it's pretty clear. This is a shopping cart. What if instead of all this, Wheelman 2? I don't have the rights. Okay, so the point is stackable sections still only have one type of object. No, that's not the point. There are different types of stackable sections. There are user-defined ones that are made for selling. So this table and this table are made for selling. And there's also designer-created stackable zones and sections that were made for other things. For example, storage. If you want to put a bunch of boxes on your shelves, it does not matter the type. You can put whatever type you want. And if you want to just haul a bunch of crap, you can get a cart, put a bunch of different crap on it. It'll organize it perfectly, left to right, bottom to top, and then you can wheel it over somewhere else. But when you place it on the shelves, you can only place it, every section has to be its own type of item. And this is only because you want AI to be able to understand where's the Dr. Pepper, where's the Peepsy. I mean, I guess they could be stocking it however they like, but just to simplify it and allow players to easily organize and keep their store looking nice, I want it to be, this is where the Dr. Pepper is, this is where the Peepsy is. So you can't stack the cart perfectly without knowing every item that is going to be going into it beforehand. Technically, no. You do actually have to have some. It is a skill to know what boxes fit, and you want to start from. You definitely want to put the most uniform boxes in first, and then the system will take care of it and will squeeze it into the tightest corner that it can. Do you make a zone for each type of item? What if one item comes in after another item of one of the type has been put in the cart? In the cart, it doesn't matter. This could be Pepsi. This could be could be one Peepsy here. This could be a box of donuts. You can have a 2-pack of Peepsy, a Dr. Pepper. You have a skeet board. You have a crunch soja. And you have a scoop of ice cream here and you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, there's too much chat. Let me see. Go make the stackable zone. What are you saying? How do you define the zones in the cart? So the cart, there are no defined zones. The carts are freeform jazz, okay? You can put whatever type of item you want in there. But when it comes to shelves and tables that are meant for selling, those need to have predefined, those need to be Dr. Pepper, Dr. Peeper in this section, Peepsy in this section. You know what I'm saying? This is a mess. It's not a mess. Look, this is a mess on purpose. This orange, this is supposed to be a mess because this is the type of stackable zone it is. You can, if you're unorganized, you can do this if you wanted to have a different type of product all stacked on top of each other. You know what I'm saying? Okay, there's unsorted sections and single type sections. Yes, you're right. So the player box is an unsorted stackable section. Yes, so you can, in the player box, it's well, it's sorted, but it's not organized. It's an unorganized, it's a free form. I can call it free form. It's a free form section. You can't stack the cart perfectly without knowing every item that is going into it beforehand. I'm gonna have to figure out the algorithm on that, Chonkus, but maybe you could, maybe you can. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. Maybe. You know what? Buy your large items first. Put your large items on the box. Because if you get a little tiny can of Dr. Pepper and then you put a massive box on top of it because it doesn't fit next to it, you just wasted a lot of space down there. But wait. There's space for more Dr. Pepper. So you could, it finds the space. From left to right, bottom to top, it finds the space. Fascinating. Don't you dare sell Peepsy. That is not fit for consumption. But let's say you have, hold on, I'm still scrolling, I'm way behind here. But let's say you have a bunch of unsorted crap in a player box and you need to fill a shelf with canned soup. You'll still be pulling random items out from the middle of the cart. You will be. You're right. That's true. It's gonna find it and it's gonna remove it. And I think that's okay. I think that's okay. Go, power make it. Okay, now we're talking. It's part of the lore. Top Hat really hates explanation. Okay, but you said it was the stackable area was split into stackable zone. No, the stackable zone is split, it's the stackable zone has a bunch of stackable sections in it if the player wants that. As a designer making a shopping cart, let's just assume this is one area. This shopping cart is very poorly made, but let's just say it is just one zone with one section inside of that zone. It's going to be a square cart so we can fit square stuff. Why did you draw green boxes and the orange boxes in the cart? That was an accident. You know what? Let me start fresh. Let me give you a better example here. 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Oh, whoops. Yeah, okay, 1 second. This goes away. This never happened, okay? I'm going to draw a shopping cart. I'm going to draw a shopping cart so you guys can get this, all right? Jeez. Okay, so shopping cart. This is what a shopping cart may or may not look like. I accidentally put that there. Whoops. Okay, shopping cart, okay? And then we have the handle here, okay? And then we have they're kind of like slanted like that. And then we have the wheels, and this is a shopping cart. Really good, huh? All right, so now a designer comes along, a game designer comes along and says, you can stack your shopping cart this high and this high, and then the area is right here. It's only going to be one. It's going to be one section because we want to keep it simple. It doesn't really matter. And now when players walk around, or customers, they'll fill their cart and it'll do the algorithm. Come on, everybody, do the algorithm. Now, if you're not very good at this, you can do this. Like, you put this big box in there, it's like, this is not going to fit. Boom. But then so it puts it on top. But then it still finds room down here. So for smaller boxes, boom, and a bing and a bomb, it'll try and fit everything in as it goes. There's your shopping cart. Now this is all, now I've got no idea what anybody's saying. Let me continue down. Can you put eggs at the bottom and they break? No, because this is, the customers kind of do this. So we don't want the customers to break their own eggs. You don't get anything done by just explaining it a bunch of times. Yes, make it a skill issue. You could make it a skill issue. I mean, I think the customers, maybe it's an optional skill issue. Chonkus, it's pretty straightforward, but he should probably have a different color for the unsorted / freeform sections. Oh, that's true. You're right. I should have a different color for the freeform sections. So if you make it, you can then show us what you mean in execution. Yes, and but I'm in the process of trying to figure this out. Using the AABBs would be the simples. The simples? Trying to efficiently pack circles and boxes together becomes hell. Trust me, I've done it. What's AABBs? Explain AABBs? AABBs? What if you have a box of washing powder underneath a bunch of soup cans and the washing powder gets removed? Do the soup cans fall down? I was thinking I didn't want floating items. So I was thinking, yeah, it could reorganize itself smoothly. Maybe they don't fall down, but they run a quick it runs a quick function that says find a new place for, sort all these in the best possible way, and it'll do it. If you take something from the bottom, from the center. That's a good thinking. You can't remove things from the bottom. It's like real life because there's situations when I don't want it to be like real life, Chonkus. I don't want some of these grocery stores, supermarket games. They have some things that you do in real life, and they are not fun. They are not fun because there's situations where there's like a chain of support where one object is holding up another object, but it's holding up another, etc. This one is not really physics driven. It's just it really is just finding space. It's just going to find space and pack things as closely together as possible. So there's no falling over or anything like that. Aren't you the designer? Yes. Can you kill people after they check out and resell their items? Oh, you know what? Probably. I was also thinking that you can kill people and steal their wallet to get money for your store. So if you wanted to be like a murdering store, you can. If that's how you make all your money, you can. You can do that. Make all your products extremely cheap, but no one ever buys them because they die. Because they die first. Axis align bounding boxes. You're such an entrepreneur. Putting things in their box, under the box that filled it up feels bad. It should be a problem puzzle thing for the gamers. Okay. I'll do that. I'll think about that, Chonkus. I don't know how to do this, the code. I guess I could start working on it now and then input, because it's not, I feel like I could sync this up using multiplayer pretty easily. But I could create some sort of test, you know? Maybe I could do that today. Because this seems like my biggest hurdle, figuring out this system, which, if it works, I think is going to be the best system of all of the grocery simulators and supermarket simulators out there. I'm all about that money, yo. Oh, that's really smart. What's really smart? I'm so behind. I think you should make the system with the eggs breaking if too many heavy things are on top. That was a really good idea. Possibly Chonkus, but I don't really want customers to do that. I want customers to just go in and just buy whatever. You know what I mean? I guess they could have what they want in mind, and everything has a weight, and they just start with the heaviest things first. Maybe. Oh, what if they have coupons or food stamps? You get a lot more money by letting them check out with the food first. Coupons or food stamps? You get a lot more money by letting them check out with the food first. What do you mean? Okay, we're packing things together later. Are we not customers? Oh, we're nothing. No, we're managers. We're managing the store. Basically, the customers come in with their shopping carts and they just go shopping and they buy stuff off of your shelves. But as a manager, you can use this tool because you order food off of online and you get them in bulk, and there's tons and tons of boxes in your storage, and you're gonna need carts to haul everything around. So this same shopping cart system is going to be used for your shelving, for your carts, for a lot of stuff. So this is a very vital system to get working. It's apparently a lot harder problem than it first seems. This, oh, I don't know where to start on this. I don't even know how to do it the simple way. Not even the automatic sorting and finding space way. I don't know. I can't do just the basic one item at a time. I don't even know. Top Hat, keep talking like that, and I'm gonna start making punches. How about we start making these? Let me check out that AABB. Food stamps or coupons only get you money if they check out. So you kill them. Oh, that's right. You kill them after they check out for highest pay versus if you kill them for their wallets before they check out. But you kill them for their wallets, don't you get their food stamps? This feels like a Thomas Brush Six Fingers webinar. Okay, rolling things to the shelves, then it still makes sense. Yeah, rolling things to the shelves. I could code this. What is the language? C#, Chonkus. You could code this? This is C# in Unity. Using Unity transforms, I guess. And I would prefer if none of these had colliders on them, because we're gonna have a lot of items in the store, and I don't exactly always want a collider on every single item. I feel like that's not good for the performance. So it needs to have its own like width and height in the code, and it only checks that based on its position. You see any ones? Yeah, we'll make this. You're gonna make this, Chonkus? Are you gonna send it to me? What do you want? What royalties? What percentage of the royalties? I wonder if Tekken is on Fightcade. What are you talking about? Oh, you've been playing Street Fighter. I just assume a customer has to spend coupons or food stamps for you to get the money. I guess so. Yeah, okay, I can send it to you. Okay, Chonkus. Okay. So you're saying don't work on it right now? Because I was going to hop into Unity and start trying, like in a separate scene, in an empty scene, and focus purely on just the sorting. You want 0.1% royalties? Okay. Okay. And you want this system to actually check for the weight of objects, and if so that's something that I'm curious about. How, if you put like a heavy object on something small, it breaks the product. Wait, Chonkus has made this system already? Chonkus says Chonkus can make it. Chonkus says Chonkus can make it. I mean, I believe Chonkus. I don't really know much about Chonkus, but I believe Chonkus. I believe in Chonkus. It's Chonkus time. It's Chonkus time. Chonkus says a lot of things. Honestly, it does sound pretty fun to try and make. I know I am a little excited to, try a little prototype and figure it out. It sounds fun to kind of learn and figure out. But maybe because it's a problem and it's not a big system. I mean, it is a big system if you know. But basically, it's just sort items. That's the system. So I am kind of interested. But hold on. Let me create a new scene here, if you don't mind. And this will be my... Uh-oh, that's my Discord. You did not get a Discord. Do not leave to go check your Discord. It's me. I'm gonna call it a stackable test. Leaving right... No, please don't leave! Please don't leave! I am supposed to sleep, but we're in a race now? Are we gonna race, Chonkus? I don't know if I could race you. I don't know where to begin. You sound pretty confident. You sound pretty confident in your system. I don't know if I could win that. Stop stream for a sec. Gotta read a Discord thing. Okay, great. I'll come back tomorrow. I'll start it up tomorrow. Leaving for In-N-Out. Oh my god. In-N-Out tonight, fellas. You guys like In-N-Out? You like burgers? You warned me during Alt Tab, but okay, I didn't check my Discord. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Do not leave the stream to go check your Discord. It's not it's not real. Nobody messaged you. Okay, can I program it in just C#? I don't have Unity installed. Then you can unify it. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Go ahead, Sean. How long do you think it's going to take? What should I do in the meantime? What do you think? I don't even know. I don't know. Should I just sit here? Should I try to explain my other systems? Let me show, let me boot up the old Motel Manager. Change accounts. And I'll show you kind of what it has. You're using the game object crap, right? Yeah, game object crap. So basically, it's a component system. So you I guess on a game object, you'd put a script on that called stackable item or stackable, and then you'd adjust the bounds and everything, and then you'd have a different object where you put the stackable area on, and then the stackable section. But I think yeah, I don't know about that part, but just getting things to be organized within an area is a great start. Let me crack open the Motel Manager real quick. You should make it yourself so you can understand why Chonkus fails. I'm gonna watch that video you sent in a second, Hideous Leopard, just to figure out. Are you using that, Chonkus? AABBs? Are you using the AABBs system? Now, Chonkus, let me give you a visual of because this system has kind of been done before in this game. But they don't use it for everything. They're underutilizing this system. But as you can see, they have a shelf and it organizes everything. All the fat items here go here. And you know what? There's still space for more items. So I don't know. See all these candy bars? They fit on the edge. Just there's room. There's room, so they put it in. So I take this popcorn, put it back. I can't actually just put it right on. Oh, I can put it right on the shelf, but that doesn't actually work. I have to put it on. I have to place the product on the shelf, but it finds space and places it there. And I can only assume that this shelf has like a little bounding box and height for everything to fit within those bounds. AABB just means axis aligned bounding boxes. So boxes that can't rotate. Oh, they can't rotate, huh? Rotating, can we make it rotating? Do you want the items to be able to turn anyway? Or like this game where everything faces the customer? I think, oh, you're right. Could that be an option, Chonkus? For example, the shopping cart, it would make sense for things to rotate, but for the shelving, you'd want everything to be towards the customer. I didn't even think of that. That makes it more complicated, doesn't it? Yeah, they won't rotate within the container, but the whole container can rotate. Oh, the whole container can rotate? What if there's an earthquake? Oh god, what a good question. Yeah, it jumbles up all your items. You know what I'm saying, Chonkus? So this shopping cart doesn't have it. But in this case, it would be nice to have it be able to rotate in any direction just to get it to fit. You know what I mean? Like just for it to find room. But when it's on a shelf, maybe there could be an option saying make sure it's always facing towards the shelf or whatever, you know? Is that doable? I can only give you 90-degree turns. 90-degree turn? Oh, but like wait, 90-degree turns. Oh, so you're saying like I can't you can't do this? Something like this? Do you think I would be able to work on it a little further and give myself more than 90 degrees of turns? Backpack Hero 3D, let's go. Yeah, sure, that's the axis rotating. Oh, so that's fine though. Okay. Oh yeah, 90 degree for just the items, for just the stackables. That's no problem. That's no problem.
I don't have all the time in the world.
I'm gonna give these guys some gas for some reason. Even though I've got no reason to. The items themselves? Okay. Then yeah, 90 degrees would be more than enough.
Cool.
Shoot them? Okay. Oh my god, it's Vin Diesel. Scared him off. Unless you have irregularly shaped items, I don't think it's ever more efficient to have them at non-90. Yeah, 90 degrees is going to be solid. AA the BB to the A of the shelf. I didn't know there was an actual gun. It doesn't seem to do anything. But the gun is here. See, look at this. Some games come close and like, oh, a gun. Yeah, now I can use a gun. But come on now, you can't kill your customers. You can't do anything fun. That's what my game aims to change about this world. This game is so immersive. Close it. Turn it off. Now, this game is actually, it has the best environment because for me, it kind of does feel like there's something out there. You know what I mean? This road goes on and you can just, I feel like it feels like it kind of just goes up and winds up around these mountains and does feel like you're in the middle of nowhere. It feels more that way during the day, kind of weird at night. But yeah. I like the immersion of this world, so I would like something like that for my game like this. I'll take a little inspiration. Hello? $5. Is this the game? This game is just an example of the shelf. It's pretty much the only thing I like about this game is the way they do their shelves. Because every game is so restrictive on their shelving. I think this is too freeing. So I'm doing a middle ground that combines both this and the sections of other games. Uh-oh. But a lot of this game is janky and not fun. And yeah, I don't love the art style here.
Wow, that's quick.
I do like how you don't have to press numbers in this one. Could have made that with Project Dick. No, I couldn't. I couldn't have because Project Dick can't be multiplayer, and neither can this game. Even if you get a game with things you like, it's not multiplayer. If it's multiplayer, it has other problems. You know, I just want to make the perfect one. I want to make the best one, and they're all kind of simple in a way. I'm changing accounts. Does it work on your buddy friends when you play with Yoshi? No, that game's not multiplayer. Game's not multiplayer. Happens to me when I try to read too. The book is too immersive. Close it. That was the real Vin Diesel, yes. Wait, why are you getting so mad at the gun? Relax, relax. Relax. Okay, so the challenge would kind of be to convert Chonkus's code to Unity and make it work. To unify it. Unityfy it. So, Party Animals. This game, it keeps saying that this game is brand new and is just released, but hasn't this game been released for like 40 years now? It's been out for forever. It has go-karts? Okay. Perhaps. Wait, this is just in with the base game. Is this the ultimate party game? Is that what they're boasting? This just looks like Crash Racing. Yeah, but the thing is it's also this. They made a go-kart game in a different game. I didn't know this was just like a massive minigame game. I didn't know it was a party game with the name like Party Animals. I thought it was just like Gang Beasts. By the way, Gang Beasts. Have they done anything with Gang Beasts? Is it still early access or what's going on? It has been released. Something went wrong. Because I got Gang Beasts a long time ago. A long time ago. I got it back in 2017. I think it was early access. New best game in UFO 50 just dropped called Ping Golf. Can't be beat. Okay, I'll give that a shot. It's like a Gang Beast. Oh yeah, hurdy-gurdy. Hurdy-gurdy? No, not hurdy-gurdy. Is this Ape Escape 2? No, not Ape Escape. Not Ape Escape 2. Gang Beasts. These are maps I have not played on. Even better than the Walrus Run. Even better. Listen, the best game in UFO 50 to me. For me, UFO 50. Their best game. Party House. Wait, the first patch is coming. Hey, everybody. We wanted to give you all a hearty thanks of appreciation for making the launch of UFO 50 so special. It's been a great week, and we hope you're enjoying the games. Thanks to everyone who reported bugs and issues. Also, sorry for any inconvenience they may have caused. Right now, we're putting the finishing touches on our first patch, and after testing it, we plan to release it later this week. See you then. Wow. Party House DLC. I know. They need a UFO... What would they call the sequel to this game? Because they got to make a sequel and have Party House 2. Party House is incredible. It's an incredible game. And in fact, I'm taking a lot of inspiration from Party House for my grocery store game, for baggers. UFO 51, 52, Area 51. Oh, they're gonna take their best games and flesh them out to be full. I mean, a lot of these games are kind of, well, they're simple. A lot of them are pretty simple and they don't have a lot of content, I guess. But you know what? They could just take their best games and just pack them full of stuff. Wouldn't be surprising. So wouldn't be surprised if a game or two from the collection got extra full game releases. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Party House. I'd buy Party House if they made a fully fledged Party House. I mean, it's already pretty fully fledged, but if they did even more, I'm buying Party House. Don't do anything. I'm getting an ad. Okay. Chonkus, um, what makes you so confident in your ability to make such a stacking system so quickly? Or maybe not so quickly, but just to say that you'll do it and see that you can do it. What's your background? What's your lore? What's the Chonkus lore? He's Chonkus. What else do you need to know? I'm confused. Oh, I'm just interested. Because you've been to stores before. You know how they work. Okay. Interesting. That's fascinating. See, I don't get out much to go to the stores too often. I'm kind of a homebody. I'm kind of a hermit. So that's probably that will be my downfall, I'd say. Let's let me take a look at that AABBBB some thing. This is the only talk. 17 minutes. My God, this is the only talk I could find about efficiently packing AABB. Okay, let's check out the old AABBs. Why do you think they call him Chonkus? Chonkus has this in the bag. Chonkus is a fully fledged bagger. Now Chonkus is not a Twitch user. He's one of our most sophisticated YouTube watchers. I don't remember Chonkus. Did you know about my channel before, or did you discover the channel through the stream? There's a couple people who discovered the channel through the streams and not the videos. Did anyone here? I'm not sure if anyone here has discovered this stream just through the stream and not through my YouTube videos and channel thing like that. Chonkus is like one of the 3 normal YouTube viewers. I know. We had a YouTube viewer in here earlier, and something they said pee on my mouth or something like that. The first thing. It's very odd. Is it because why? That is very strange. How does YouTube show my stream to the strangest people? I'm sure there are strange people on Twitch, but I just never seem to run by them. Michael appeared to me in a dream. Then you woke up and subscribed? I discovered through YouTube. I saw the guy who disappeared, and you went to his house, and he was making things for you. Oh yeah, I know that one. That's a good one. That's one of my favorites. I judge the videos based on if I think they're funny, I guess. Some of them I can't watch anymore. I just can't. Some of them they are terrible. Best game dev video on all of YouTube's. Thank you, Chonkus. I think we can agree on that. I think we can agree on that, you know. I don't know, actually. Mick's devlogs are pretty good. I'm very picky about the devlogs that I watch. But I'll watch a lot of devlogs I skip through and I don't even finish, but I'll finish watching a Mick devlog. It taught me everything I oh. Who else here does the dev? Bucket's just started with the devlogs. His little guy, I like his little guy in his cup. I've been rewatching your videos to figure out how to make better devlogs. One day I'll make another. Hey, thanks for saying so, Bucket. I'm just slumped down in my seat, practically laying down in my chair. Let me watch. I'm too scared to watch this. Box packing is hard. Chonkus, this guy says box packing is hard.
This is a talk about boxes.
Right. Okay.
And you're probably thinking, what are you talking about? And we'll get to that.
Okay.
Don't worry. But first, a little bit about myself. I'm Keegan. I'm a 4th year discrete math student. So that's computer science and maths.
Chonkus, are you Keegan? This is Chonkus prove me wrong.
Sorry for people who don't like maths.
This guy hasn't been to stores. Oh, okay.
Um,
Oh,
I
because he thinks box packing is hard. Okay, I see.
very occasionally do stuff for the Computing Society, as you might well know. And
No,
also,
no.
I-
Chonkus is not Keegan. Chonkus thinks this is easy. Keegan thinks this is hard. So,
I'm a box extraordinaire. But I know what you're thinking.
all right.
Do you have proof? And yes, I do have proof
Mm-hmm.
of my box expertise. The first one is that, of course, I like boxes.
Sure.
I feel like that should qualify anyone to be an expert on
I
boxes.
can see
But I
that.
do have more evidence. So, for example, I've ordered, collected, cleaned up, placed, disposed of a concerning amount of pizza boxes for the society.
Okay.
And also,
Papa
some of
John's,
you might know,
not the greatest pizza place. So I'm a little wary. A little wary of this. If he says he goes to stores, he's a liar. Talks about math. He knows what we're thinking, just like Thomas Brush. Oh, that's true. I don't know if I trust this guy anymore. I don't know if I trust this guy. What's this guy? I don't know. Bling, what's his problem? What are you talking about? Depends on your location. My Papa John's was the only edible pizza place the last place I lived. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess so. I think I'd probably take Papa John's over Domino's or Pizza Hut. Cancel me if you want, but that's just my opinion. The Pizza Hut and Domino's were both terrible. Oh yeah. No, yeah. I agree. But I think I don't want to get crucified for this, but I'm going to risk it and I'm going to say Little Caesars is probably out of the fast food cheap pizza places to go. I like Little Caesars the best. I like to order a pepperoni, no sauce. You understand? Listen to this. Pepperoni, no sauce. When you take away their sauce, which I don't love their sauce. I don't love their sauce. I'm very peculiar about I'm a pizza connoisseur, okay? I'm a connoisseur of pizza. You understand? And when the sauce is on the pizza, it takes away from the cheese flavor. And their sauce flavor is not the greatest. It's a little sweet. It's a little too sweet for me. And I just don't love the flavor. So I remove the sauce. And when I remove the sauce, I take a bite, and Little Caesars has soft bread. At least the Little Caesars where I live has the bread is so soft. Their cheese tastes very good. It's I wouldn't even call it pizza anymore at that point. But their cheesy bread pizza with pepperoni, it really that pepperoni, that cheese, it flies. The flavor just jumps off the plate and onto your palate, and it blows your mind, okay? You like pizza? Name all pizza. Okay, I need a little input here. Do you want the designer to define the size of the stackable areas? The what happens if they make a zone that's too small for the item they want to stack there? I want the game designer to let's see. I want the game designer to define the stackable zone. Yes, which should be a three-dimensional zone. The zones usually are pretty big. So, uh, 2D with height, no? Oh yeah. I guess it's an area and then just set the height. Same thing. And then the stackable section is just the area, the 2D area. Yeah, which is 3D, yeah. But the stackable section, for the player's sake, they're not allowed to adjust the height or anything. Again, it's just it matches the stackable zone's height just to create the sections here. Had a really hard time finding the guy good at dancing. Found him instantly. Looking for the bench for a while though. What are you talking about? What you talking about? Oh, you're talking about a game? The best pizza I ever had. But yeah, the designer needs to, like, let's say you go into the shopping cart prefab, you need to stretch and raise the height of that stackable zone. And then I'll use gizmos to display it and show it visually. Okay, you try some things. But if it's too small, then the item just won't be able to fit, and it'll just pop up with, I'll have it pop up with a warning or something saying item is too large to fit into whatever you're trying to fit into, wherever you're trying to send it or pull it into, whatever. The bench to me was the dancer guy to you then. What are you talking about? The best pizza I ever had was a Papa John's ham and pineapple. I didn't even know I liked pineapple on pizza, and I've never been able to recreate it. It's been 10 years, and I'm still chasing that high. Oh my God. Pineapple, I don't mind pineapple on pizza, but I would never order it. If somebody orders it and it's there and they said, "Oh, you're here. I didn't know you were here. Do you want some of my pineapple pizza?" I'll have it. I'll eat it. But I wouldn't order it myself. Getting all the achievements in pineapple on pizza. Is that what you're talking about? What did we agree on for the rotating items 90 degrees? Let's say you have a Mars bar that's facing the customer, so they see the text. Do you want them to be able to stack the rest of them sideways next to them if the area isn't wide enough? No, I think the shelving, when it comes to shelving, you know what? I think it should be an option. It should be optional. But for the shelving, it should face, out. It should face out. But for example, a table that is, people can walk around, I think they should be able to rotate however. Or, oh, you know what? Oh, that's actually, that's a problem. Because, that is a slight problem. Maybe they should face, maybe when it's on the table, it should always face away from its origin. You know what I mean? So if you place items here, and here, and here, this is all the same item. And the origin of the table is right here in the center. And then it draws a line and it says, okay, this is closest to that angle. This is closest to that angle, and it kind of snaps. That's closest to the left or whatever, 90 degrees or however, or whoever. You know what I mean? Maybe if the option is enabled to force it to face a certain area, which we might have to do for tables like this. What if it's a table that's up against a wall? Oh, cheese. Maybe not from origin. Direction of closest edge? Oh. Direction of closest edge. Maybe an option for, I don't know. Then you'll have a lot of items that show their back to the customer. That's true. Oh man, that's tricky. That's a very good question. This is a problem to be solved. Direction of closest edge that is accessible? Maybe? Every item inside the zone having the same orientation is the simplest, yeah. You know what? Maybe we could do that. Then they can split the table into 2 zones, and it's up to them to decide it. That's true. And then it's based on the parent. So if the table, you can rotate, let's say if they're all facing the wrong way, you can rotate the table around, maybe. Oh, is it per zone, you think? Maybe per zone. If it's not, let's say if it's just a random thing where you can fit anything, it's any orientation. But when it comes to a selling area, like a shelf or a table, per zone, you can decide the direction. I think that's pretty good. That's a good idea. So we'll have one zone here. So they'll have to split this zone in half and say, this top zone faces that way, this bottom zone faces this way, this one faces this way, and this way. And if it's against the wall, they can take this zone and say, this one faces down. Per zone, that's actually, dang, these problems just pop up. Per zone. And that's if you can decide, that's if you want to force them all in one direction. If you do want to force them to be in a specific direction, then you can choose your direction. If not, it'll do whatever direction that fits best. Is that doable? Does that make sense? Is that good? I'll start with force direction per zone. Okay. Good thinking. Good thinking. I'm just thinking like what other problems could. I guess we'll find out. But wow. It was already kind of it's already kind of I'm dumbfounded by that. I'm dumbfounded by that. Now I'm scared. Now I'm more scared, but it's you know what? Whatever it is, don't be scared. Whatever it is, don't be scared. Calm down. Thank you. Whatever it is, face it, beat it up. I'm thinking. I'm processing the situation. I'm trying to think. Could the solution? I'm mostly scared. Could this solution also run into more problems? I'm not sure. I'm just trying to think. I'm just trying to come up with problems. Beware cows. Will you stop opening and closing UFO 50? Well, I'll come up with the problem when we run into it.
My third year
Let
project
me try to learn this so I can understand Chonkus's code a little bit better.
was basically
Maybe. If this is what he's doing.
a combinatorial
So his third year project entirely consists of an optimization problem on boxes.
optimization problem on boxes with some extra steps.
It could be a little tedious if you want to exploit absolutely every inch of a stackable area. Oh, yeah, possibly. But I guess you can't have everything. You can't have everything when it comes to your shelving. I mean, you can if you have put it on the cart and it doesn't care. But if you're trying to sort things and face it towards the customer and just be visually pleasing, then you're gonna have to suffer for it a little bit. Did you see the top comment in this video? Came here to find a solution to a box-related problem. Left with nothing but hopelessness. Bro made me reconsider my life choices. Pretty good. That was great. Hilarious. Uh-oh.
So yeah, I think I'm pretty qualified to talk about boxes.
That guy doesn't go to stores. Clearly,
So
they don't go to
now
stores.
I want to be relatable and talk about something, a problem that you might have experienced yourself. So,
Oh, you haven't watched the
have
video?
you ever, gone to Tesco or Aldi or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and wanted to get 20 boxes of Weetos?
Why is he actually using the supermarket grocery store uh, explanation here?
I know this is a pretty common problem. I actually wanted to get 20 boxes of Weetos right here. Unfortunately, I think it's a little bit too expensive for that. I don't have the budget. The problem with buying 20 boxes of Weetos is that now you have to get those 20 boxes of Weetos back to your house or to whoever will accept
Sure,
them.
of course.
So
In a
you know,
shopping
it's
cart.
quite difficult to figure out how do we do that. Well, it turns out there's this revolutionary invention, state of the art, most wonderful, eco-friendly solution, a plastic bag, and we're going to
Okay.
try and use that to get our
Oh
Weetos
no, he's been to stores. Oh my god. I didn't even realize.
back to the house.
Maybe it's just a story. Maybe he's just making it up just to be relatable.
But there are a few problems, and the first problem. This is a very accurate representation of our bag, by the way. The first problem
Right.
is that each bag, unfortunately, costs 10p because, again, unfortunately, we are living in the UK. The
Right,
second-
you have to sell your 10 of your P to get this bag. A hypothetical store visit, since he's never been. Yeah, okay.
problem is the average number of human hands is ever so slightly less than 2 if you really think about it. So it's going to be quite tricky to get all those boxes back. And also we could potentially need multiple
Okay.
trips, and that takes time, and time is something that's very precious. So we're going to go and try and fit in as many Weetos as we can into our very expandable carrier bag. So I
Okay.
can fit one here, in here, and here, and here. Oh no, I've run out of space. Oh no, I haven't. 3 dimensions exist. I can fit one here. And in fact, there's a little bit of space at the top of our bag, so I can actually fit one on top like this as well.
Perfect. Of course.
So we've done it. We've managed to fit, well, some of the Weetos. We need more bags. So this is obviously a problem that I have and that you have. And this is not just a problem for people. It's also a problem for giant multinational
For animals.
delivery companies. First problem is that each vehicle costs a lot of money.
Oh, that's a lot of money.
I put this in pounds. Some people like dollars.
It's also a problem for
Um,
Weedos.
I mean, to be fair, at this rate, it's probably worth more in dollars. The average pay of drivers is, probably not enough, but they actually have to pay their
Right.
drivers, which costs money. And also, they need to minimize
Get
the number
to
of
the
journeys
point.
that they want to take, right? All the fuel costs, and also the
Weetos.
sell as many Weetos as possible.
Weetos.
So, how
Weetos.
do we solve this problem? Now, this is
I don't
a bit of a
know.
difficult question, right? There's a lot of
I don't know.
how do we even begin to describe how we're going to try and compact all the, well, not just Weeto boxes, all these
How do we even
packages
solve this?
into
Yeah, good question.
the
Okay.
smallest space possible, smaller container possible?
Get
well,
to
we
the
have to make
point.
assumptions, right? So the first assumption that we're going to make
Okay.
is, well, if you have, normally we'd have like maybe like a box-shaped package
Sure.
that might be in a cylinder,
Uh-oh.
that might be in, well, to be honest,
Uh-oh.
I think only a Toblerone really looks like that. But the point is, first assumption, they're all boxes. No funky shapes, please.
That's what I'm
that's going to
thinking.
make our lives a whole lot easier.
That's what I'm
and in
thinking.
fact, it's the most standard way to pack stuff. So it makes sense to make that assumption. Assumption number 2, just a temporary assumption. Most people
He's
think
talking like he's making my game for me.
in 3 dimensions. However, it might be more useful for now to think about it in 2 dimensions. Or, 1 dimension. Yeah, why not? Go back to our line. So, reduce the dimensionality of the problem for now.
Okay.
And then maybe we'll find stuff that passes back up through the dimensions and lets us figure out the big problem. Okay. So,
Sure,
let's start
that makes
with 1
sense.
dimensions. How hard can it be, right? So, we've got a box in 1 dimension, and some other boxes as well. So this is our containers. We want to fit all these different, boxes into these containers. And all we want to do is just minimize the number of lines. Does anyone know what this problem is called? Yes. It is called
The minimizer.
bin packing, yes. And as we know, this is a wonderful
Bin
problem
packing.
that is very easy to solve. Let's
You are
have
a
quick
box.
look at it. Oh, it's
Hardness of bin packing. The bin packing problem is strongly NP complete. What does that mean?
strongly NP complete. Okay.
This is
well,
the exact problem that broke you. What?
We can probably just find like an approximation for it, and it'll be good enough, right? Oh, okay. So if anybody wants,
See, I don't even know what this means. The bin packing problem is strongly NP complete. What does that mean? What's NP complete? Furthermore, there can be no approximation algorithm with absolute approximation ratio smaller than I'm not going to even continue to read that. I don't really know numbers.
to prove
Oh yeah,
that-
YouTube brother. YouTube brother. Beard or die. That's another YouTube commenter who's not insane, who's beloved and not reviled. It's mathematician nerdery about programming complexity. All right, I'm out of there. Leave a comment. What is your problem?
that P is NP, if you send me the proof, hand it to me, put my name on it, and I'll give you £5,000. Deal? Deal. Okay.
Deal.
So I think we need to make another assumption here, and that assumption is going to be that all these packages with these weird sizes and shapes, let's just
Beard or die is beloved, but he's also definitely insane. It's pronounced Beard or die. Beard or die.
assume that they're all identical. samples, right?
Conditionally
Because
reviled.
a lot of the time, you have a shipping container, it's going to contain the same type of item.
Sure.
So I think that's a reasonable assumption to make for now, right?
No. No, in my
So
game, they're
now-
different sizes.
We've got these nice identically shaped packages. And let's call them, they each have length A, and the line has length B.
Sure.
So we can just whack, and that's the
Oh,
most we can
whack,
fit.
whack, whack.
We know that for certain. If we have K total items, firstly, how many boxes can I fit in a single container? The answer is this.
It's
that
pronounced Beerthalona or Diethalona.
means the floor function, just means we round down. And how many
My
containers do I need
mistake.
for all the boxes?
My mistake.
Well, it's kind of similar. We take what we had before.
I don't know what
uh,
any of this means. You need to get this off the screen right now. What's this guy's problem?
We divide it and then we round up. So, maybe it's not like amazingly clean, but it's still quite clean. And in fact, one thing we can realize now, once we find out how many boxes we can put into a container, we know that that's the maximum that container can hold for all containers. So we can just carry
know
this back
that.
up the dimensions, right? Which is nice.
Right.
So we
sure.
only ever have to focus on in future how many
makes
can fit
sense.
in one, and then we'll know how many
making a
it'll
lot of
fit in
sense.
for to fit a certain number of packages.
I'm actually staring at the wall
So that's one.
behind my
What
monitor,
about 2D?
pretending to watch the screen.
We've gone back into second dimension. That's nice.
You've been keeping your eyes closed until the numbers go away.
And I think we should start.
Okay, I'll
Start
put up
by-
2 times speed maybe. There's a whole chapter called Oh Dear. Why do these nerds keep using letters instead of actual numbers? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I hate it when people give you math solutions but still talk about it with math vocabulary. I'm learning from you because math is confusing. Talk normal.
Again, making it quite simple. Let's look at squares. So,
You're in the wrong place.
squares have a side length of A. We don't have to worry about the second side length. It's the
But
same.
don't worry.
Uh,
Chonkus is figuring all of this out.
And we'll have
So
a
now
big-
I'm actually starting to think without Chonkus, I would never have this feature ever. And if Chonkus falls off the face of the earth, I'm toast.
bigger container
According to this. Unless he's just making it sound more confusing than it is.
of side length B. So if I whack those two together,
Without
so
this
how-
feature, you don't have a game? Well, What feature are you working on? Oh my god, beer die. Let's break out the old explanation here. We love seeing this explanation. Again. So the chat is here we go. Chonkus run away. Chonkus flee. Chonkus run as far as you can. No beard, no. Beerthalona, what have you done? Beloved. Please don't come to my house like you did to that guy making the thing for your game. I won't. But if I do, Chonkus, it's to give you a big kiss. Wet. Big moist kiss. Well, it's not going to be wet. It'll just be humid. I'm going to give you a big humid kiss. You wormed open a can. All right, so here it is. The can worm, the worm can. He's been drawing boxes for 3.5 hours. Okay, Beard or Die. Here we go. I'm a little mentally exhausted from explaining this over and over again. Okay, we have a deal, Chonkus. Okay, great. And I'll bring Little Caesars. Perhaps a Little Caesar. Little Caesy. Okay, so Beard or Die. Here is the system. We have orange. That's a stackable. Think of this as a box or Beard or Die, you know the game Grocery Store Simulator, correct? Where you can place objects on a shelf and it kind of sorts it for you. Just tell them to watch the VOD. It kind of sorts it for you, and then, you know, when they buy it, it unsorts it. And it places it. You know what I mean? So I need to create a system that is very similar to that. Okay? So see these? Can you see my mouse cursor when I do this? This box in the top right. Imagine this is a top-down view of a table. And imagine this is a table that is, no, not that. Table display. Okay, let's take a look. I'm conflicted since I like getting people to draw things. You're leaving forever? No, we're going back to the table. Okay, so here's a table. This is a great example of the table. So, open link a new tab. Oh, what? You could buy these? How much are this? I mean, is this? Copy, not link. Copy image. No, that's save image. Oh, sorry. I'm going so slow here. Copy image address. That's what I need. So here's the table, okay? So let's just imagine one of these tables with the items on it is this right here. It's a top-down view, okay? I'll be back later as I do have something I'm working. Okay, Top Hat, I'll see you later. Thanks for returning after all these years. How do round things get stacked? Well, round things will have a square collider over them, pretty much. So all these Dr. Peppers technically are square like this. They look circle, but they're actually square. Or cubular, rectangulish, as they'd say. They're very rectangulish. Okay, Beard or Die. So this is a top-down view. Now you see the blue is a stackable zone. A stackable zone is a three-dimensional square, as you would say. You could say it's a cube. It's a cuboid. This is the side view of it in a shopping cart. The shopping cart. This is a shopping cart on the left right here. This is a side view. So this blue is a stackable zone, and within this stackable zone, it has a stackable section. You could just use the renderer bounding box to get the rectangle, I imagine. Yes, but this is actually mostly for designers. You don't actually see the blue or the green, not as a player, just as a designer. So when you're designing the shopping cart, you want it to be filled with stackable items, which are the orange stackables. So you get a stackable zone, and you get a stackable section in here. Now, why have a stackable section? What's the point of a stackable section? Well, the stackable section is so you can organize your stackable zone. Let's say you want this table on the top right is one stackable zone. It has one stackable zone, and it has multiple stackable sections on the inside. Now, if you're selling products, these stackable sections are restricted to one type of object. For example, if we take a look on the table below, we have Dr. Peppers on the left and Peepsies on the right. The left stackable section only holds and stacks Dr. Peepers, okay? The stackable section on the right only stacks and holds Peepsies. This allows the AI employees to understand where the Dr. Pepper is and where the Peepsy is, and they can come and restock it without things getting too cluttered and out of hand. Now, these are restricted to singular items. Now, we have something called a freeform stacking area, which allows any type of object, any type of stackable to be stacked. For example, if you have a shopping cart, you don't want that just to be filled with Dr. Pepper. You want that to be filled with cereal and cabbage and Dr. Peepsy and all sorts of different things. That's why you have a bunch of misshaped boxes in here. So Chonkus is working on some sort of algorithm to make these boxes coming together like this, like so. And they all get stacked in here. Like this. Organized. Different shapes, different sizes. Now, you have one table with one stackable section. You don't want that entire table to be just Dr. Pepper. And it's a huge table, so maybe you don't even want it to be just Dr. Pepper and just Peepsy. You want it to be all sorts of different things. You want bread here, you want muffins here, you want cakes here, pie here, chocolate chip cookies here. So you create a bunch of different sections on this table, and you customize it and you change the shape to however you like, and bada bing, bada boom, you've done it. You have multiple sections, and it's customized to however you like it to be. And it stacks and it stacks your stackables as best as it can. So keep them separate but equal, of course. We won't be seeing him again. Sorry, spherical things like an apple or cabbage. Again, it's just going to have a bounding box around that apple or cabbage. You could just use the renderer. Oh yeah, some pro segregation in groceries. Yeah. Oh yes. Thank you. Yes. We do want to kind of separate it for technical reasons and simplify and to simplify things, because if you have a shelf that sold all these different types of items, that's messed up. Somebody comes over here and buys a box in the center, and they buy this big fat box. How are your employees going to know how many of which type of item are they going to restock for this one stackable zone? It gets too complicated. So to simplify it, one item per zone. No problem. Spherical things will look super weird if you just treat them as a box. Nuh-uh. True, Andy, they'll be balancing on a single point rather than nestling in the gaps. That's true, actually, now that I think about it. Well, I mean, you're going to have to just say, oh, it's a video game. At that point, you got to say, oh, it's a video game. These apples are just stacked, right? They just need to have flat tops, flat cabbage. Yeah, they're just going to have, I know they're going to need flat tops, but I believe in order to get a system like this to work without wanting to end it all, that it has to be cubes. If you start putting funky shapes in, it gets a lot more complicated, and it's over for you. It's over for your game. It's over for this system. It's over for everyone. So we don't do that. You could use mesh deformation to squish them to be sufficiently flattened for stackability. Yes, but here's the thing. They're not using real collision or anything like that. Game is going to be more cartoony anyway, so cubes will probably be fine. Yeah, just stacking it up like this. There's no physics involved. When you place an item down, they're not a rigid body or there's no collider on them. The script that determines their bounding box doesn't handle any collision or anything like that. if they were to be knocked onto the ground, then they would have a they would have physics collisions and rigid body and colliders and things like that. But when they're on the shelf, when thousands of these items are on the shelf, we don't want none of that, okay? So that is that. We want these to be empty objects, pretty much not running any code at all. Game is going to be more cartoony. Yeah, okay, so no Starfield sandwich physics. No, no Starfield sandwich physics. No, that's too much. I mean, eventually your grocery store is going to be massive, and these items will need to be as efficient as they can. And I think I'm probably going to set them up in an inefficient way. I actually have to go soon. Actually, I think perhaps I have to end the stream soon. But yeah, start over. No, that's the last time. I just made chana masala, and I am back. What is that? It was good. What is that? Did it look more like this or this? Or this? Which one? A, B, or C? A, B, C. This looks like dog food. You were tabbed out? Oh, God. Here's an article where a guy tries to solve it in 2D. I don't even want to read this. Maybe you can add physics to them if they're knocked off the shelf during a fist fight. Yes, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing, actually. Beard or die. Looks like gnocchi. I think these are just, what are these? These are chickpeas? Garbanzo beans? Or is that just a completely different... Is that something else? Oh, curried chickpeas. If you're honest, C. This one looks like this. Dang, that looks good then. It tastes like people food. Not dog food. This looks like dog. This is the most dog food looking food I've ever seen, actually. Get rid of the green and it's dog food out of a can. Or perhaps wet, wet cat food, Wet dog food, wet cat food. Chickpeas are garbanzo beans. Yeah. But, maybe somebody says, no, they're not chickpeas. They're garbanzo beans. I just wanted to get both out of the way, I just wanted to get past that. And yet, Beard or Die, you come in and you got to bring it up. You got to embarrass all of us. Look at this. I'd give that to my dog. Without the green stuff, though. The green stuff makes it look more human food. A well-treated dog. Yes. It gives them horrible diarrhea. Like hot diarrhea. Loud and everywhere. But they love it. Oh, God, they love it. If we don't know our history, we are doomed to repeat it. That's so true. Take a look at the restaurant style. And more of a little Caesars. Sauceless. Okay, this is going to take a little longer than expected, but I should have something by tomorrow. Really? Okay, Chonkas, I'll continue tomorrow. But thanks for all the effort. Thanks for the help. Well, I'm gonna say thanks for the effort, and if you send it and it helps, then I'm gonna say thanks for the help. I just want to be clear. I just want to be honest. I just want to be, just want to say what's what, But thank you for the thought and the effort for now. You just joined into pizza. Welcome. Has anyone tried Little Caesars new pocket-sized pizzas? I want that. I want to try that. For my birthday, I'm going to just throw a little birthday party. Everybody gets one pocket-sized pizza. You tried it? Any good? They taste like pizza? I'd say give me a pocket-sized pizza, no sauce.
Logan _ core just
Thank you,
by
Logan.
burrito.
Who want pizza in their pocket? Why do they make them pocket-sized? I don't know. I guess so you could... yeah, they're mobile. Does Amy get a pocket-sized pizza? I could add that. I could add that as a redeemable. That's doable. I do like their pizza though. Their bread is so soft. Their cheese and their pepperoni is very good. I don't like their sauce. That's it. I ask it for no sauce. It's no longer pizza, I guess, at that point. But their cheesy bread. Oh, people give Little Caesars a bad name, I think. They say Little Caesars is the worst. It's not. It's not the worst. Little Caesars, sponsor me, yes. I am now 5,000% more likely to order pizza for dinner tonight. Beer to die? Oh my god, I gotta stop doing this. Here, order this for dinner tonight. Pizza or dog food? But so far, I have the stackable area, but I need to split it into areas and put things in it. I'm making the shelf / table system first, and then I'll hop on the cart system. Wow. So this system should be transferable, I guess. And I guess kind of generic. So if I wanted to create multiple different types of carts, I put like a stackable area and just say it's anything in here can be rotated any direction. It's not limited to a specific type. It's free form. It's all good. And then, but yeah, something like that. Yeah, it'll be whatever. It's the zony stuff and the messy stuff. Great. Okay, great. Wow. Okay. Thanks. Thank you, Chonkus. Thank you. I wouldn't even know where to begin with that sort of stuff. So it's you'd be helping me out a tremendous amount. And even if you send it over broken, I'll probably learn a lot. All right, I think I have to go now though. What should I anything else before I go? Should I explain this one more time before I leave? You guys want one more explanation? This is good. What do you mean rotate them anyway? Like the one you showed with the guy at the gas station and the shotgun? Yeah. Where they rotate the 90 degrees within the zone. One more time. One more time for the people in the back. I'll start over. I'll start over. One more and send it to Top Hat. I'll be recording this. Somebody clip it for Top Hat. You're a professional boxer. Well, we need a lot. We need people like you. Beard or die. Yeah, Chonkus. YouTube does have clips. You can clip on YouTube. If anyone sees anything good, that does help me out. If I want to turn these videos into something in the future, it's kind of hard for me to come back and scan through them all. So if anybody sees a little highlight, you'd be helping me out quite a bit by making a little clip on YouTube or Twitch, and then I could just go to what the viewers think are, worth looking into. Yeah, they added it. I'm an animal with a tape gun. Yeah, but Chonkus, you know what I mean by the rotating items? The stackable zone, I guess, yeah, the stackable zone would need to rotate no matter what because the cart driving around or whatever, but the items within the zone would have that 90-degree rotation just to find the best spot for it. Is that the messy stuff? Yeah, the messy stuff. And then I would be able to put a stackable zone on a shelf, like in the storage area, and maybe players would be able to change that zone to be non-freeform if they wanted to. I'm not sure. But just to have the option, just have it. I was hoping to make it, if I were to make it, I would probably fail, but if I could make it, I want it to be just a really generic system that I can put and just change a few options to make work for a bunch of different stuff. You're asking ChatGPT? Okay. I guess we'll end it on that. Thank you for tuning in, everybody, and watching me. I never got to watch the tutorial. Maybe tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow I'm probably just going to keep going with the stackable zone, the stackable section. Bye, Mr. Power Up. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. Chonkus, thanks for all the help. Leper, thank you. Bucket, thanks for the gifted sub. Once again, incredible. Incredible gifted sub. What feature am I working on? Okay, well, let me explain. This is a stackable zone. And the blue, it's represented by the blue. All right. Thank you, everybody. Everybody I missed. Logan, Yoshi. Top Hat's gone. Bling. Whoever else is there lurking. Bye. And goodbye forever. I'm going to find a song. I'm going to find a good song to end on. And then I'm out of here. All right. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Chonkus. See you tomorrow, everybody.
Sugar got it, baby. 'Cause I've been sugar got it all my